boy Boss.
And Candy.
And we here to give you that boss candy for your Dallas Cowboys sweet tooth.
Sit back, relax, and get ready for the show.
Let's go.
Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back.
Candy. Another game week.
Yes. The big game week.
You think this the big game?
Yeah.
It is.
Well, not the big game, not these Super Bowl, but
Nah, it's a big game.
It'll even us up in the NFC East, so it's a big game.
Yeah, it's a big game. Yeah. You know, we can do all that capping, but if we ain't capping, we just being honest, it's a big game. It's a real big game. And we got a lot to discuss about it. We got a lot to discuss.
Whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot. It's gonna be interesting. But then, even before we talk about the game, I want to have some fun today. Just kind of covering the latest. Huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's just some latest drama. I just want to sit back and kind of talk about the stuff that's, ruffling some feathers.
I've been seeing the Twitter feed. There seems to be a little bit of between you.
What you talking about?
Beautiful.
What you talking about? Because I'm talking about. Tell me what you talking about.
A previous show that you guys did.
Oh, you talking about from yesterday?
Literally.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with that then. We'll start with that.
Literally ruffle some feathers.
Ooh, I like the metaphor. Well,
it was a little corny, but kind of.
Nah, I think it was perfect. Perfect metaphor. We ruffled some feathers. I think we offended a bird. You know what I mean? But we gonna set the record straight on that first. I think that's what we should do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should set the record first on that. So let me just kind of give me a second to pull it up. All right. Since you brought that up, we gonna just kind of freestyle and just kind of talk through it. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. We just kind of going with the flow. Okay. So here it is. I found it. All right.
Hey, y'all.
So I want to explain some stuff. Just since you brought that up. So yesterday I didn't even know this tweet went out. You know what I mean? I figured somebody told me about this today. My boy Joe said, just spent an hour listening to the Cowboy fans turn football talking to Howard Stern show, and I'm not surprised at all. Joe started talking football, and here comes the soundboards. Good luck Sunday. So, like, damn, right? Then Law came back, and he was like, nah, we were very respectful at first, and for you to hop on the show calling us fools, that was very disrespectful. Don't throw rocks and cry like a little bit. Man up when you talk to me.
I don't believe that. I did not tweet that. He was hacked.
No, that was Law.
That is not.
That was Law. And I get it.
He must have been highly offended. Because Law is like very professional.
That's why he did it. Because I want to explain that. Because everybody, we know Law is a man of high character, a very professional businessman. So what really happened, man, just keeping it real, Law responded like that because he takes his brand serious and how he's reflected. That's all it is. And when you go say stuff like that on Twitter, it makes it sound like he came in and he was just being polite and we just start, being obnoxious and shit with buttons. Like we just started to just as he came in. So Law is very conscious of how he represented, and so am I, So
right.
So I understand why Law went there, So, but this is the real deal, man, because this is another thing I want to kind of showcase and talk about it, if that's okay with you, Candy. I just want to kind of, I want to showcase this because this is important to me. Give me 1 second to pull it up, because like I said, we freestyling this. Give me 1 second. So this is the thing, and this is the facts of it. I said we match energy. That's what it was. That's what it is. That's what I said. That was it. That was all. Lord discussion was pure football out the gate. So we kept it football. Versus Joe came in kicking over chairs. So we turned up just a little. It's game week. It is what it is. So this is what I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit, Candy. My OG DA Lee, and I saw some of this in the comments, and I want to kind of explain this. He said, "Boss, y'all too friendly with them dudes. Micah shaking hands with the players, picking them up, and y'all extending friendships and pleasantries with them. They'll never praise Dak the way you did Hurts. They'll grime it. They'll never show that respect." And I said, and I'm just keeping it real, I said, "Nah, fam, Lord was keeping it 90. And let me say this, Lord was actually keeping it 100 until Joe came in." Let me just showcase a little bit of what Lord said, and y'all tell me if he was trolling or not.
You talking about attractiveness, as opposed to, the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. I really would, it's really like even. It's really even. On one hand, you could go to the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, who've shown they've known how to, advance in big game situations. Or you could go to the Dallas Cowboys. When the Dallas Cowboys are as hot as they are right now, you know what I mean? They're the most attractive team to play for in the National Football League.
Did y'all hear that? So if he was keeping it fake, why did he call us the most attractive team in the National Football League the way that we're playing right now? So I'm keeping it honest, man. When Lord was talking football, Lord was keeping it all about football and honest analysis. It was honest analysis. Listen, it's fair.
The spotlight is on them. You know what I'm saying? It's Dallas. It's where you want to be.
He said Dallas is where you want to be. So if he was trolling us, and if he came in with the mind to troll, why is he saying Dallas is the base, like he was saying in terms of Darius Leonard? So then you got this. Listen,
we beat y'all already this year, but it's different playing in Jerry World. Y'all on a different level right now. Make no mistake about that. You know what I mean? The comparisons about who y'all played, the comparison I was draw earlier in the season, I don't even think it matters. I mean, when you locked in the way that
he said, basically the case that I was making earlier don't even matter. So if you coming on to troll, why are you defeating your own case? You see what I'm saying?
The comparisons about who y'all played, the comparison I was draw earlier in the season, I don't even think it matters. I mean, when you locked in the way that offense is locked in,
right?
You know what I mean? You virtually could beat anybody.
He talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially a team that's just giving it up on the defensive side of the ball the way the Philadelphia Eagles are. We beat y'all already.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts about that?
I'm glad you played that clip because it put a lot of context behind. I don't know if you're going to show the after.
I can.
Or
I can. After. Hold on. Let me show it. I can show it. Let me show the after so it'll all be in context and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
So this is the spirit of our discussion as they was coming in. As you can see, Lord Brunson was being honest, and he was really having integrity with his takes. He wasn't trolling. He wasn't, obviously.
It wasn't personal.
Yeah. And let's keep it real. We know Lord Brunson will troll. We're not gonna act like he doesn't troll, but it's one of them things to where you gotta know when he's in a troll mode and when he's really talking football. And he
know
was,
your audience.
yeah. And then let me just say this: as a content creator, you gotta know how to peep game. Like Lord Brunson is a professional. Okay. And this is what I mean by that. Now, the clips that I showed y'all, we were streaming to everybody's channel. Okay? As we streaming to everybody's channel, Candy, keep in mind that he had over 1,200 to 1,300 of Philly fans watching all of us live. So Lord Brunson a lot of times have more than Vach and Law watching him live. Loyals. Now keep in mind, as he got all these Philly fans, 1,300, 1,400, sometimes 2,000 watching him live, he was saying, y'all hot. And Philly gotta show me something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of them things people gotta understand, like, in my opinion, if we talking in front of 1,400 of his people, but yet he being honest about the threat of Dallas, like, Candy, I'm just keeping it real, why would we be hostile? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see the wisdom in that. But let me play the clip and then we'll talk about it. I said I was gonna play this. Here we go.
Okay.
Let me turn off this music. Here we go. And then we gonna talk about move on. Be real fair about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a super dangerous quarterback. He is not as skilled as Dak, but he is battle tested more than Dak. That's just real. Cause see,
they ain't gonna like that, boss. They ain't gonna like that.
It's just real. And that type of, now y'all heard that butt in the back? Say, man, come on, y'all. That was Law hitting the button on me. See, but did I get sensitive? Did I start, Law, hold on, Law, why you hit that button? No, I just kept talking. I said, let me make my case. Because this is what I know about Law. When Law hear my whole case out, then, he'll change his mind if I'm making sense. But Law was letting me know in that moment that he didn't like what I said. But listen as I continue. That type of experience is dangerous. When you've been through national championships and all that kind of stuff, he is not more skilled than Dak. Let me repeat, he is not. But the games and the big games, he's been through more as of this recent history. So this is the type of guy you got to knock him out. He's not going to understand a fight. He the type of dude that'll be getting hit and rock and he still not going to think he out the fight. Them types of dangers. You got to knock him out. Joe. So this is how he came in. This is the intro. Look.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Quickly, I my bad for being late, y'all. And I want to mainly apologize to Brunson.
I want to mainly apologize to Brunson. Now, this is the final word. All right, keep going.
Because you got to deal with these fools for however long.
Don't you? Because you got to deal with these fools. That's the first words.
Oh, you about to take over.
Don't you come in here capping.
You about to take over.
Don't you come in here with all that capping.
Don't come in here with all that noise now. We've been real civil on this show. Don't come in here with
been real civil. So let me ask you a question. What do we supposed to do on game week? Like, what do we supposed to do, kid?
No, all of y'all at the exact same time had the same reaction. So apparently that was very offensive and y'all all took it the same way. So
yep. We all was like, cause as you can see, Lord Brunson was talking football. He was from the beginning. He came in and I low-key respected it. He said, coming in the gate, he said, first of all, boss, I got something on my heart. So I'm like, what'd he go say? Then he said, bro, I'm frustrated with Philly players coming at me more than they going at Debo. That's out the gate. So I'm like, what? So the vibe was a real discussion. So I want to say something. I see you super chat out. We gonna definitely take that super chat when we do the super chat session. But I want to say one thing about me. I want y'all to really understand me. Candidly, I really want to get your input on this too when I finish my soliloquy. I want everybody to understand me, okay? You gotta understand me. I prefer, and I want y'all to notice about me, I prefer to have a discussion about football. Even with my ops, I don't like to do a whole bunch of trolling. The first thing that I'm gonna always do is fill out the room. I'm gonna try to fill out what type of vibe I'm dealing with. Am I dealing with somebody that's gonna be honest with their analysis? Because if you are, I'm gonna be honest. But if you come in there and you can't give Dak no credit, well then I'm gonna be that dude that's gonna be calling Jalen Hurts a running back. And then Thanos bosses go come out. He gonna start smacking. But I gotta be genuine to who I am as a man. You know what I mean? And as a man, I prefer to have a discussion. And there are people, Candy, in all walks of life, male and female, all kind of people do this. They have a philosophy to where they never give credit or they never admit. That's their philosophy. So I was testing all of them. And Lord kept passing the test. I would ask them a question that's obvious. Like, give me some good traits on Dak. Now, before Joe came in, Lord would tell all of it. He would say, yeah, man, Dak, he hot. He playing at an MVP level. Like, he's dangerous. I would ask Joe and say, Joe, say some, what does Dak do that's good?
Right.
Oh, man, I'm not finna give no praise. So I can't see when people show me that they debate like that, you go get Thanos. You go get Thanos boss right
then
there.
that's not a true debate or an assessment. And if you're really having a conversation, an honest conversation, then you have to be honest in your assessment and your analysis, unless you just don't want to, unless your goal is not to give a true assessment of all of the possibilities that could happen in the game. Because you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing whoever's viewing it a disservice, because you're not giving facts. You're just really going off of opinion or your emotions all the time.
Yeah. And so so I just want everybody to know me, that's how I roll. And I'm not going to change my integrity even if the people that follow me want red meat. I'm not going to do it. Do that make sense? Like, I'm just not going to do it. So, like, when Lord Brunson first showed that he go talk football in good faith, I won't go turn around and start smashing on him just because he's a Philly fan. And I just want to say something real quick before we move to some more topics. I think we all got to be very careful to not fall for the Bloods, Crips mentality that sometimes trip us up. You know, I'm just keeping it real. Like, we got to be very careful that we don't lose our principles over a flag. You see what I'm saying? Over a flag, over a team. If I see a man being honorable in his opinions and honest, then that man or a woman, that woman deserves
Thank you.
my same integrity in return. I don't care who you represent. I don't care that you represent Philly. If you come in and you being honest in your analysis, you go get that from me. I'm not gonna, cause see, let me ask y'all, we hate it when they do that. So why would y'all want me to do that? You feel me? We hate it when they don't give credit to Dak. So why would y'all want me to call Hurts a running back when he playing like a quarterback this year? Last year he was playing like a running back. This year he playing like quarterback. But that's all. Did you have any thoughts on that before we move on to something else?
No. I think you said it all. You cleaned the slate for you guys. I understand, especially I feel like it's a respect thing, especially for men. If y'all are sitting there talking football, and then he came in kind of shooting slugs, calling people a fool is not always the prettiest start to a conversation. So I'm not surprised that y'all gave him the reaction.
Yeah, we just and it wasn't even we were soft. To be honest, we were soft. Like usually, we go crazy, but
yeah, and I feel like you said, the tone was already set. So when you come in that way, it just kind of distracts from what you already are engaging in, the type of vibe that you have.
Like my boy M said, you coming in church and you loud? You already late. You late to church and you loud. That boy M crazy. I've been reading this super chat, man. I've been reading this one again, but this is a good one. My boy Common Sense said, as content creators, you have to communicate both sides of the content. I gained respect for Lord Brunson, but lost some for Joe. Just me though. Yeah, and I'm not trying to talk bad about Joe, especially because he co-hosts with my boy Big Game James. I think, I watched him do content before and I never saw anything like that. Sometimes, you trying to get to know the people you doing content with. And if he viewed us as unfair, then that's why he reacted like that. But I did talk to him and he was like, yeah, I'm glad you reached out to me. Because I was like, bro, listen, bro, we wasn't actually attacking you. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? If you come in with that, we go start hitting you, bro. That's what we do, bro. Because see, what it is...
Yeah, you do it to me all the time.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, I hit Candy. I hit sweet Candy. I'm talking about Candy. You know what I'm saying? Candy is about as low key as can be, and I be turning Candy up.
Y'all hear that? I'm sweet today and I'm Medusa. Thank you.
I done called Candy Medusa and everything, and Candy take it like a G. Well, I don't mean she take it. I don't mean you know what I mean.
Bruh.
You know what I mean. Yeah, hold on.
Moving on. Moving along.
But I'm just saying though, like, everybody get it. It's like, come on, man. Ain't no... Man, everybody go get it. So anyway, all right, let me move on to something else, man. Like I said, we're going to have some fun today. And we're going to take some calls after this. So you going to like this, Candy. You don't even know this coming, but this is Freedom of Speech Day. If it's Freedom of Speech Day, you know what's coming.
Yay.
You know what's coming. It's Freedom of Speech Day.
I love freedom of speech sometimes.
You
sometimes.
do? Well, you going to like this. Let's go.
I am talking crazy right now, and I'm talking very crazy. I truly believe I could be Tyreek Hill's quarterback. Yeah. I could throw it up to Tyreek Hill. I could throw a screen pass to Debo. And this might be the crazy Madden side of me, but these players are just that good. If I get to get the ball out to Christian McCaffrey in space, he's going to make someone miss. He's going to make a play happen for me. Same thing with Debo. IU, Kittle, those aren't hard passes. They're good passes, but those players are really freaking good at what they do. They're some of the best.
He taking some heat for this. He taking some heat for this.
I know already.
We got to talk about that. You first. Freedom of Speech Day.
Freedom of speech. You know I love me some Micah Parsons.
I know.
One of my favorite players on the team.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is nothing wrong with it. I get it. The whole, these are our opponents. We can't praise them. I get that. So maybe this could have waited until postseason, but he's not lying. He's telling the truth.
He's not lying.
I felt the same way.
He's telling the truth.
Slightly backtracking to our previous game when we played the Seahawks. They had some good weapons. So, same thing with the 49ers. They have good weapons. Just because they're our opponents, I'm supposed to be blind to the fact that these are great players. And Deebo Samuels ate the Eagles' lunch last week. I mean, he tore them up. So, he's not lying.
Man, well, I'll say this. I thought he was sneak dissing. I'm keeping it real. Yeah, I think he was creatively sneak dissing. For real. Like, he was like, man, I can be their quarterbacks. See, because low key, he right. It's a lot of quarterbacks getting a lot of praise for the work of what the receivers are doing. And I'm being all the way up. You see what I'm saying?
I get where you're going, yeah, because they don't praise Dak Prescott at all. So
And he was like, I can be their quarterback. Because right now, Purdy right now has elevated it in the MVP race. Now they saying him and Dak battling. Okay, sure. If you go, and that's why he said what he said, man, you could just throw a good pass and then they do the rest. Do you know that? Go ahead.
That's why I referenced the Seahawks game last week. You know, really, their quarterback is decent, but he has not by far been playing. Geno Smith has not been playing as well as he had in previous years. He just had good weapons. He had DK Metcalf.
Right.
So I feel like in comparison to what Micah Parsons is saying, if you have the right weapons and you have a player that is just good, they're just good. They're going to make it happen. Coaches call them playmakers. If you have a playmaker on your team, then they're just going to make it happen. I tweeted it out during the game. Like, I didn't wholeheartedly blame Bland. They just were dominating over him. They were just playing good ball. DK Metcalf is just a good player, having a good game. He's a playmaker. Now, he hadn't been having the greatest season, but last game he had a heck of a game against us.
Yeah. So I see what Micah doing. That's I think that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he said it real slick. It was smooth. It's like, he was like, I could be their quarterback. You know what I mean? That's a smart way to defend that. You know what I mean? He basically telling everybody, take a closer look at what they doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very honest football conscious. It's very, very football. Let me play it one more time.
I am talking crazy right now, and I'm talking very crazy. I truly believe.
See, he's smart because he set it up like he was giving the disclaimer, like, I'm not serious. So he did all the smart things to cover himself.
I believe I could be Tyreek Hill's quarterback. Yeah. I could throw it up to Tyreek Hill. I could throw a screen pass to Debo. And this might be the crazy Madden side of me, but these players are just that good. If I get the ball out to Christian McCaffrey in space, he's going to make someone miss. He's going to make a play happen for me. Same thing with Debo. IU, Kittle, those aren't hard passes. They're good passes, but those players are really freaking good at what they do. They're some of the best.
Man, Micah Parsons is a fool.
Yeah.
Man, he ain't tricking me.
I can see that.
That's a super smart.
Those aren't hard passes.
It's not hard passes. Yeah, it's like, they basically doing the work. So, anyway.
Quite clever. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
See, sometimes freedom of speech, I don't like it.
So let me ask
it today.
You like this freedom of speech?
I do.
It could be good.
I do. I like this one.
At the beginning of the season, y'all boss is like, I don't like it, Candy. I don't like it.
Occasionally, I don't. See, let me tell you the times I don't.
I like that you swayed in this.
On this one, I did.
Here.
Yeah. I can sway with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So when he came out talking about Philly the way that he was, I was like, oh, heck. Wait. I got my button. Wait. I was like, bro.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, nah, Mike, chill out. Doing too much. You see, all this trying to be fair and all of that. It's like, now you done stepped into friendliness. See, you know what I mean? It's a fine line between content and being competitive and also preparing for the opponent you're getting ready to play. He got to know, he got to make sure he separate that, in my opinion.
Right.
But this type of stuff, I'm with it. Let me hit a button for him. I got a special button for him on this.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
On this, I'm with it. Let me hit it one more time.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
So I can rock with it. So I got another one. Hold on real quick. Ms. Lockhart said we got 133 people watching and only 63 likes. Before we continue, let's fix that. everybody that's watching, let's get them shares up. And I would also ask, por favor, that we also share. I think that would be good. I think we should share. I think sharing is the right thing to do. Right? Don't matter where you're watching. We got people on Facebook as well. So make sure you hit all fancy. Yeah, super fancy. You feel me? You gotta be fancy. Check this one out.
I like that other one, boss.
No, check it out. You gotta give it a second.
I like the other one, boss.
You don't like that one?
I don't know this guy.
Okay,
Who
cool.
is he?
it's a cool effect. telling people to get their thumbs up. You feel me?
I'm happy for you and you're like fancy.
You feel me? The creativity. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yes,
I'm with
the creativity.
I'm with the
there we go.
I'm with it. I'm all the way with it, man. I'm gonna give myself a hand. If ain't nobody will give me a hand, I'm gonna give myself one. You feel me?
I said I like your creativity. I just I like the other one.
Yeah. So I got some more. So like I said, we're gonna have some fun today. I'm having fun. We got plenty of football to talk about, but I just want to kind of talk about some of the gossip that's going around. That was one. That's gossip one. I got more. All right, here we go.
I want to go back to your playing days just a little bit on a few other issues. You played for the Packers from 2003 to 2010. You were with Brett Favre from 2005 to 7, Aaron Rodgers from 2008 to 10. Is the level that Dak Prescott is playing at now reminiscent in any way of the way that either Favre or Rodgers played when you were their teammates?
I had a full link of this in the description. I always make sure that everybody get all of their clicks and leaks. Make sure you go check this out too. You know, anytime we use anybody's content to repurpose it and, you know, obviously talk about it, which is for use. I'm definitely one of the few channels that's gonna make sure that I always put the link in the description. Here we go.
Green Bay.
Both. He's doing a phenomenal job. So both of those guys, man, that like you see a little bit of Favre as far as the older brother out there with the guys. All right. And then you see elements of A-Rod as far as making the check. I'm talking about even some of the mannerisms, I look at, but as far as making the check and going to it, man, that is off the charts right now. So I see a little bit of both of them and him.
As you've watched him, what has been the biggest difference in him elevating?
Hold on real quick.
To a level that not many of us have seen before. This is the best he's ever played in my mind.
Comfortable. Yeah, you can tell he's comfortable. And he is before, and before he was playing quarterback. Right now, he's playing football, just all in all. He's doing an excellent job. Just seeing everything, seeing from the guy's splits. I watch him make checks, and just looking at the quarterback play. He's doing everything that he needs to do.
Candy. He was talking about Dak. It's so much to unpack with that.
Yes.
So the first thing that he said is that he see in Dak a combination of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. And he talked about what? First, I got to get your thoughts on it, then I'm going to give you mine, because that's something. We got to talk about that. Let me put my lokes on this, my clear eye views, because I got some clarity to explain. What's your thoughts first?
I think, I first of all agree, especially when he said that Dak is playing better than he's ever had, in his opinion, and that the confidence is there. I don't know if we'll get into it now or later, but in the press conferences, the post-game press conferences with Dak, I can definitely tell. But not only in the press conferences, it's translating on the field. It's translating in the way he's running the ball. It's translating in the way he's running the ball, the way he's connecting better with his receivers and, you know, the other players on the field, it is just showing a whole new Dak. And I believe the Dak that everybody is saying they've been wanting to see. They got tired of us talking about 2016 Dak. And Dak has turned it up a notch. Or two, I'll even say. And we talked about, you and I before, how Dak, we thought he had PTSD. Oh, he has to run the ball. He's scared from previous seasons thinking he has to run the ball. But that was just Dak growing in his position, saying, you know, I can put the team on my back. I can run the ball. I can throw the ball. I can use all of my offensive options. I am the true quarterback of the team, and I'm growing into what people want me to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know he doesn't care much about what the public says, but it's showing, and people don't have a choice now but to see it.
Yeah. See, that's the point. I think that last thing is what I was gonna say. You just took the words out of my mouth. I think this is the year of, honestly, regardless of how it finishes, this is the year that finally, Dak is finally starting to be recognized for what he's always been.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think is going on. It's finally becoming overwhelming and undeniable. You know, it's just, it's always been, to me, undeniable, but it's getting to the point to where now, because see, everybody remember I used to do barbershop shows, right?
Really?
Oh yeah, I used to turn on the camera and go, right? So I used to go to war with everybody in the barbershop. A lot of people on the channel know that I do that. And I was saying in the summertime that Dak was gonna be MVP. And you know what they would do almost every time in the barbershop? What you think they would do? Bust out laugh every time. Every time. They will bust out laugh every time. And I'm standing there flat-footed with it like, no, Dak will be MVP this year. I used to say it every week, right? And it wasn't no Homer stuff. They'd be like, man, why you saying that? And I'd be like, bro, y'all don't understand how big getting rid of Kellen Moore was. And on top of that, I knew this offense was gonna be simple to him. I knew it. And that's why I knew he was gonna be MVP. I was like, bruh, he went from a complicated where he had to be able to read all the receivers and the defense at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So now Dak don't gotta go through all the progressions of 4 weapons who might have 3 different options. So this offense is simple to him. And I knew it was going to be. And I was like, that's why I know he going to be MVP. And another reason I was like, because of Cooks. I was like, the fact that he got a number 1 and a real number 2. I was like, when has Dak not used a good weapon? Can you answer that? Can anybody answer that? When has Dak not used a weapon that was given to him?
But you need to add with the proper.
Even without. He was using Bryce Butler. People got to remember that.
Well, it's not slighting him, but I remember there was a time when there was discrepancies between him and receivers that came out in the media, and they tried to make it seem like there was issues there when really there probably wasn't. So that is why I paused in that.
Okay, I gotta speak on this. I have to speak on this. My boy One-Handed Bandit said, and people still say Dak ain't intelligent and can't read a defense. I have to talk about that right now. I'm so glad you opened that up, One-Handed Bandit, because that brings me to this.
I think the only way that they get there, to Imrob's point, is Jalen is 100% and he is that dynamic weapon in the run game because that creates your offense on the outside and your one-on-ones. Clearly, Jalen isn't comfortable reading through a defense in a drop-back pass scenario. Clearly, Jalen isn't comfortable reading through a defense in a drop-back pass scenario. Clearly, Jalen isn't comfortable reading through a defense in a drop-back pass scenario. Some would say he's not even good at it. And I think that when you look at this team, you have to have a serious conversation if you're Philly. And you have to really say, is it better for us to play Marcus Mariota right now and let Jalen get fully healthy? Because I would argue that it does not matter if you're the number 1 seed. Because if the 49ers come into Philly again, they do not care. They do not care. If raining in Philly, doesn't matter. But
I'm starting to see a
When
pattern.
was
today.
that?
Today.
Okay.
And I'm noticing
Okay.
a pattern. I'm noticing a pattern. It's a frustrating pattern. I keep seeing a pattern of black quarterbacks being referenced as not being able to read a defense. I keep seeing it. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm just not. Am I saying call racist? No. I just want to be clear on that. I'm not saying he racist. I'm just noticing a very uncomfortable pattern. And it just keep happening over and over again. And I know some people feel like, boss, you shouldn't talk about that. No, I should talk about that.
I get where you're coming from. It's coming off as it's purposely being brought across as they're incapable. It
sounds like a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm gonna just be honest. Some things is bigger than football. Some things is bigger than the Dallas Cowboys versus Philly. See, it's a lot of Philly content creators that truly know that Dak has been a good quarterback and is smart. But because he plays for Dallas, they put the green over their own skin color. That's why even if you don't like a team, in my opinion, you gotta still be man enough or woman enough to give credit when credit is due. You see what I'm saying? Because I might not like Philly. I want y'all to hear me out. I might not like Philly, but Hurts is from Texas. And before he ever played for Philly, he was a Texas boy. He my boy. Do y'all understand that? I'm going to say that again. Before he played for Philly, he was a Texas boy. And I love how he represented himself when he was benched for Tua. He didn't complain. He cheered him on. I saw a lot of good man traits in Hurts. And I'm just being honest. I don't like how you have black, smart quarterbacks literally in the top running for MVP, and people are very comfortable saying they can't read. Why do we not say nothing about that? Why do so many of us as black people just sit back and say nothing? I'm just curious.
I'm thinking maybe a lot of people don't read into it as deeply.
You think so? It could be. It could be people not.
Or the way that it's brought across, it's not as front and center as you're bringing it on here.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem as front and center. It just seems like regular stats being put out there without the numbers and quarterback talk.
Yeah. Because, see, I was saying this the other day on the show. It's like our brains are always questioned, even when there's no question about our brains. Dak Prescott has a master's degree. But yet people will say, they'll be like, he not as smart as Romo. What, do Romo have a master's? I didn't know that. Like, you know? And I said this, and see, I'm gonna try to see if you can explain this to me. What's the indicator if a quarterback can't read a defense? What would be a indication to you that he can't read a defense, and to the chat? What would be your indication?
Massive failure as a quarterback. But my indication would be lots of interceptions.
That would be mine too. Right? Yes. Common sense would say
the highest in the league. If you're the worst at it, you have the highest in the league.
Right. So the people that actually has the most interceptions right now is Allen. Do they ever say he can't read? Ever? Do you ever hear them complain about Allen can't read or Herbert can't read? Do you ever hear it? I'm talking about ever.
No.
Okay.
I haven't heard.
I haven't heard it either. So the people, and I just asked an honest question. I didn't prep for this. I didn't prep Candy for this. I just asked a question. What's an indicator of you likely not being able to read a defense? And let me say one more thing.
It's interesting that you say that. It's interesting that you say that because I was watching a little bit of tape, and it was the Eagles, and it was Jalen.
Yeah.
I believe it was against us the last time we played them. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that. It was either us or the 49ers this season. But he had a lot of time. The O-line did a great job of holding, the pass rush back. He had a lot of time to sit back, in my opinion, read the defense and decide what he was going to do with the ball. In those moments, he made a decision whether to throw it or not. And in a couple of those, he dropped dimes to his receiver. So in the sense of him not being able to read the defense, I don't understand that. I think that him and Dak both have in common that they're more of playmakers. That's where the whole running back thing came from, at least with me too, with Jalen Hurts. If he wasn't able to pass the ball, the first thing he would do is run the ball. So maybe that's where a bit of the narrative came from, of him not being able to read a defense, but I see it as them being playmakers. Not that they can't read a defense. They're using their options, whereas these lower caliber quarterbacks can't do the same thing.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. I'm just, and it's like we talking about Hurts reading the defense now. Does that even compute? It don't compute to me. It just don't add up. I'm just trying to make sense of it. It's not jiving. And so just like when you go look up how many interceptions Romo would throw, and you go look up Dak, they not even close. They so far. But guess who get credited for being the brain? So I just want to say, man, we just, to me, in my opinion, need to be aware of what's being said about our people. And I don't think we should sit back, and just be just like.
I like how you're using the sweet voice with it.
You think so?
Yeah, you're using a nicer, calmer approach today. Good job, boss.
I'm really not trying to. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just speaking my mind and just speaking with what concerns me. And I think that should be concerning. Don't you? Like, where it's like, man, why do our people keep getting labeled with can't read? Like, why do our kids gotta constantly hear that our leaders and best players struggle with reading? It just rubs me wrong. It just, and then it's like, all right, man, All right, let's take some of these super chats. Did you have anything else on that?
No, I mean, I feel like you made a very good point there, and that was honestly something that I hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
Until you just pointed that out.
Yeah. I want y'all to go notice as y'all talking to different people in the streets, what do they say about that? Go listen to some of these YouTube channels and what they say. The YouTube channels, especially the ones that was created anti-Dak, they say the same things. Dak can't read a defense. They say the same thing. It's like, wow. You know, I guess that's why he had so few interceptions this year. So anyway, I'm just speaking my mind. So here we go. You funny, Candy. Here we go. Let's take some of these super chats. Oh.
Super chat.
Sweet discussions.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, here we go, man. Y'all was showing love on these super chats, so let's get to them. Yeah, give me a second. Then we gonna take some calls too. I got some more topics too. And Candy, I know we got a lot of football to talk about with Philly. You know, Candy, she the research person. So, and I just feed off of. I'm kind of lazy. Is that messed up?
No, you're not.
Nah, I know I ain't lazy. I just be talking shit. All right, but first super chat. He say prayers for our coach. Get well soon.
Oh yeah. McCarthy.
Very good super chat, Chris 214. We should have did that first. Just kind of said a special prayer for Mike McCarthy. Anybody that goes through surgery, that's always concerning, right? Even if it's supposed to be a minor surgery, because we all know people that might have walked in with minor surgery and walked out with something more serious than minor surgery. So the fact that he okay, that, you know, I feel much better. You got some thoughts on that super chat, Candy?
No, I agree. I saw that earlier on Twitter, so I see that he's supposed to be at the game Sunday, but I hope that everything comes out well.
Me too.
Before he tries to come back out.
Yeah. Take your time, coach. Take your time. Your health is first. And then Chris 214 say, I say this all the time. So many people get caught up in fandom and hate them that they ignore facts from the opposition. You can't debate with everyone. Ooh. Oh, man. Chris 214 killing it. Yeah, that's a very good super chat. I want to talk about that a little bit. I just think it's unfruitful when we like that, y'all. You know? When we get so caught up in I just think you gotta be honest. You know what I mean? Like, if Hurts is playing good, I gotta say that. Like, why can't I say that, Candy?
I don't know. Because I will give another player their flowers in the moment.
Yeah.
And if they're on the opposing team, just because you can't be a fan of football and not be a fan of great players and be able to,
or at least I might not even be a fan of them. I'm just saying they're playing good.
No, I'm saying you can't be a fan of football and not give, skilled players their just due. Or their due just.
Yeah. Yeah, this not a super chat, but I'm going to read this because I like it. And we're going to go back to the super chats. He said, Dak was complimented by Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Famer. But he cannot read defense. Illogical. They call that cognitive dissonance. Facts. All right, and then I read this before, but I'm going to read it again because my boy Common Sense. I'm going to just be honest because I love my brother. He's a good dude. He definitely supports this channel, and he supports content creators. Very genuine person. Definitely speaks his mind. He with it. My boy said, as content creators, you have to communicate both sides of the content. I gain respect for LB. And I read that before, but I wanted to read it again. You know what I mean? It just, yeah. And, shout out to LB, man. And that's where LB was being a professional. And I appreciated that because I know my channel wanted that, Candy. You feel me? Like, the channel don't want to see, even though they might not like Philly, they hate Philly worse if you come in and you can't even give Dallas no credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Lord wasn't doing that. Lord was like, man, Dallas is red hot. Oh, I forgot to play this one. Listen to this one, Candy. Hold on, listen to this. Hold on, because this was, Lord was going off on this. I was like, damn, listen to this, Candy.
I mean, I was disappointed with the Philadelphia Eagles during, the beating we took to the San Francisco 49ers. But I was more disappointed at my players who I back every day having more smoke for me on social media than they had for Deebo Samuel on the football field, man. This is Philadelphia, man. That just don't sit right with my spirit. You gotta look.
Wait.
It don't sit right with my spirit. We gotta look ourselves in the mirror. We gotta reevaluate. Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these red hot Cowboys. Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these red hot Cowboys. Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these red hot Cowboys. Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these.
That's Lord Brunson. He was just keeping it real. I don't see why anybody wanted me to slap him for this. It's like, what's the slap? What's the slap? He keeping it real. He holding his own team accountable. I mean, if I was fighting this, I'd be fighting myself.
Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these red hot Cowboys and produce a win. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
And then my boy M said, real quick, my boy said, you can start a fight, then get mad when you get B-slapped. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. You don't come in slapping and don't. It's. I mean, when you step into an arena, we go fight. You feel me? It's just what it is. Like, just don't step in the arena, for real. Ooh, wait, man, I love this super chat right here. I got to get your thoughts on this. Not super chat. It's not a super chat. He said, Dak detractors suffer from confirmation bias and groupthink. Ooh, man, I gotta clap it up.
We spoke about that before.
Talk about it, Candy. Let me clap it up for him
Listening
first.
to
Just give me
the
one
mass
second.
media.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I gotta clap it up for this one. Just give me 1 second. Just to hit this button. And Candy, I gotta hit one more button for him too.
That's a long siren.
I know, one more.
Every time, y'all notice that every time I say something is long, he does it again. Don't do it every time. I nigga. God,
finish him.
But go ahead, Candy.
You're finished. You're done.
I am done.
We've spoken about this, about people listening to the mass media about Dak Prescott and not actually doing their research or looking at the data. I said myself before, not just when it came to Dak, but I may look at certain players or certain moments in the game and discredit a player because of what I'm listening to or seeing in the media. So that's true, I believe, for a lot of Dak doubters. They just listen to the media and they don't do any research behind it. Like, oh, Dak has the most interceptions. Does he? You go look at the stat sheet. Does he really have the most interceptions? Or are you just gonna keep spreading false things about Dak?
My boy he said, we hotter than a chick's yoga pants in the gym. We hot. And you know the crazy thing about the Dallas Cowboys? We not even as hot. We not even really hot to me. I think our offense is hot, but the team is not hot. You know what I mean?
Are we gonna get that?
Huh?
But it's crazy because we have the potential to be
right. That's the thing.
Completely high.
Right. We got the potential to be.
So it's so weird that we're having like this. I feel like we're having a talent showcase every week. Like who's going to show out the most?
Right.
Dak has been doing great for the last several games, and he's been the shining star of the show.
Yeah.
Our offense has been doing pretty well. At the beginning of the season, it was all about our defense in the media. Dallas Cowboys defense is the best in the league, but now they've taken, the back burner, and they're no longer center stage. So I feel like it's just a case of talent going on.
Yes.
But if we just collectively can bring it together, fire.
Hold on real quick. Wait.
I know it.
You know what's coming. You know. Oh, I might have something special for you.
Dracarys.
And we got a
My sister put me on Game of Thrones finally, so now I know what all of that means.
You know what Dracarys mean?
Fire. Burn it all down. That's what we're gonna do. That needs to be our theme for this season. Down. I know we have one, but yeah.
We got us a $20 super chat, man. Let me get to it real quick. Y'all give me 1 second to pull it up. I appreciate it. You got any super chats on your channel, Candy? We want us to get to. Double check if you don't mind. We got you. We streaming everywhere. Give me a second. Man, where's? Oh man, did I delete it? Y'all give me 1 second, man. Let me pull up this super chat. Man, it's always awkward when I don't be having my stuff right. That's all good. Like my boy say, sometimes you gotta build a plane while it's in the air. So let me do this.
Yeah,
and you right. He say we're still peaking.
How much building do we have to do? I feel like we have all the materials. Like, when are we going to complete the plane and fly it and land it?
Good question. We need to talk about that. Because I do want to talk about that. Rebuilding the defense. We need to have a talk about that because I got some thoughts. I got a lot of thoughts about that, to be honest. I got some real thoughts on that too. Right now? We can flip. We can show flip. We like I say, we freestyling, so we can flip. Hold on real quick. Let me get my boy Super Chat in here first. Then we can flip to whatever you want to. Hold on real quick. But I definitely want to talk about that. But he said with the $20, man, appreciate the 20 bones, my brother. Anthony Hill said, boss, your content is on point. You speak the truth. That's why we follow you. And I appreciate that, bro. And that's why I will not compromise, bro. I'm, like Candace say, you can speak truth without being all emotional about it, which I'm gonna definitely do better with. But you still got to say what needs to be said, whatever it is, right? Whether it might be, the things we need to improve with, right? Which we say and we're honest about. And then sometimes it's things that might be uncomfortable to some. It ain't uncomfortable to me, but like injustice and stuff like that. You got to talk about that stuff, man. You got to be very candid. You got to honestly make people treat you right too. You do. Because if you don't make people treat you right, they go treat you how they want to. That's just how it is. So you got to, am I lying, Candy? If you don't make people treat you right, they go treat you how they want to. You got to make people treat you right. That's just how it go. For real. So, sometimes you got to be an asshole. I hate to say it, but it's true. So anyway, am I lying, Candy? You got something? Did I touch a nerve? Did I touch a nerve?
No, I'm saying, well, no. But did you touch a nerve? No, but that is true. You have to
make people.
And you can't make people treat you a certain way. You can show them how you should be treated.
Sometimes
and
you gotta make
them to treat you that way or not. You
Sometimes
can't
you gotta make them. I think you can make people.
You can't.
You want me to show you how to make people?
You can just choose not to deal with them.
Smack.
You can just choose.
I don't mean physical. I don't mean a real physical smack.
We can't tell our players to walk around slap in the
No,
media.
I ain't saying like
tell them
literal. I'm saying shock people sometimes. Sometimes you gotta let people know, stand down. You're doing too much.
That's how I feel. That's what I'm getting at. That's how I feel Dak is. Dak is like, I'm gonna make you with my actions.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up here and yap talk about it. I'm just show you with my actions.
Yeah. I think you dead on.
He said, let me
Woosa.
Do I have my Dak quote?
I know you do. I believe in you.
I know you've heard this. This was in the media all week when he said, I have the pen, I have the paper, I'm the one writing.
Right.
Basically, he's saying, I don't care what y'all are saying. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what you're saying. You can create whatever narrative you want about me and this team. Really, he's talking about himself. You can create whatever narrative you want about me and how my story is going to end up, but I am the one with the pen. I am the writer of my own story. I create my own destiny.
Facts. Facts. Oh man,
and he's not wrong. He's not wrong about it.
No, he's not.
They've been saying bad things, and if he had listened to them by now, I mean, he would just be down in the dumps. But every time he just takes the punches to the chin and comes out better as far as this season.
Exactly. I stand with everything that you're saying. I got some good news too, man, that I can't wait to talk about. I really want to hear from you about what I'm getting ready to talk about. I'm excited to showcase this and have this discussion, because I think this is a very underrated good thing.
Cowboys active tight end Peyton Hendershot.
They activate tight end Peyton Hendershot. I love it. Cause see, Landlord reminded me of something that I forgot. When we had Brian Broaddus on in the off season, I don't know if y'all remember, but Brian Broaddus said that the people was more excited about, and the coaches was more excited than Peyton Hendershot than they were Ferguson. I don't know if y'all remember that. I might show that clip tomorrow. But so, this is why I got this sneaky smile on my face. Hold on. I messed it up. Let me fix that. Hold on. Let me fix that. I got a sticky. Oh, man, I'm doing too much. I got this sneaky smile on my face.
Yeah, bring us in on that.
I'm serious. I'm loving this. Because if you liking what you seeing from Ferguson, let's be honest, it was a real competition between these two last year. It was hard to say which one. I would say Ferguson was cleaner because Hendershot had a little bit too many penalties. But Hendershot was showing something. Let's be honest. Oh, I gotta hit the button. I gotta hit the alarm. Ooh, man. I've always sensed a real dog in Hendershot. A real one. Him and Jake Ferguson.
Are you saying that Ferguson is gonna come second now?
No, I'm not saying that at all. And I'm glad you asked that question in case people think I was saying that. I wasn't saying that. I was saying that looking at the year 2 of Jake Ferguson, but also knowing that Hendershot was also trending around the same. If we saw the year 2 jump in Ferguson, which is also where most players make their biggest professional gain, is it really that hard to envision a jump in Hendershot? It's not. So if it's not, and if he does make that year 2 jump that most players make, doesn't that say that we are already better?
Okay, that's what you're saying. Why we can talk about.
Hold on, video. I'm sorry, I get crunk. I'm getting too crunk. Go ahead, Candy.
Bring it in.
Okay, Wusa.
Bring it in.
All right. I'm trying, Candy. I'm just getting excited, man. I get excited about this. Go ahead, though.
But I think that this proves more to our point of the Cowboys basically coming in hot this year.
Man.
We have backup at almost every position that we could want. Backup. And not even just backup, like, oh, we have second string and they'll do all right. Like, we have stars.
We have stars. Oh. And see, you know, they gave Schoon a shot, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gave him plenty of opportunities, man. And shout out to Mike McCarthy, man. It's, you know,
you
shout
have
out
to
to
fight
Mike.
for your position.
Yeah, you gotta fight for your position, man. You do, man. You gotta separate. And they really did. They gave Luke every opportunity. They did. So
was that article saying that is he still with us? He's just not.
No, the article saying they activated him so he could be on the roster. So he can play versus Philly. Yeah, he can play. And I'm expecting, listen, I'm gonna just tell y'all what I'm honest to God expecting. Those drops that we was seeing from Schoonmaker, you ain't gonna I don't think you go see those from Ferguson. I just don't.
And that's what
Hendershot.
So sad.
I don't think you go see that from Hendershot.
Talking about at the beginning of the season, when it's like it's the tight ends, they have to get on the same page. Hendershot was like, wait, don't put not Hendershot, sorry. Ferguson was like, wait, don't put me over there. Don't do that to me.
Don't do it.
He's proven himself as well. And last game, he was one of the constants that we could count on.
Oh yeah.
So I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see this Hendershot come back out.
I got you on the super chat. I see you, Common Sense. I promise I got you. But I gotta give Mike McCarthy a special shout out. Because the first Philly game, I don't know if you remember, I was upset because I felt like they was doing too much, right? And I was saying one of the adjustments that I wanted to see Jake Ferguson use like Witten. And I was saying that I wanted to see him used like Witten. I was literally calling it the Jason Witten plan. I was saying they need to put Jake Ferguson on the Jason Witten plan. Jason Witten used to be in the game literally 99.9% of the time. Jason Witten never came out. And if it was a target for the red zone, it never went to the number 2 tight end. It always went to the number 1 tight end. And Mike McCarthy has made that change. Earlier in the season, who was getting the red zone targets? And lately, they have fully switched it up to where the guy that's now getting the red zone targets, Jake Ferguson. And it's working. Yes. So it's just what I wanted to say, man. First, Mike McCarthy, you seeing less and less of the stuff that didn't make sense. You seeing less and less of Michael Gallup. You seeing you not seeing targets at all to Luke. They done said, all right, enough. Enough. Am I saying that Schoon is not gonna be okay? I think Schoon gonna be okay. I think Schoon go end up being potentially a dog. I just think it's too early. I think they need to just let him cook at a normal rate. Did you have anything on that?
Let them cook.
Yeah, let them cook.
No, I agree, especially with and so Hendershot is going to be back for the Eagles game.
Yes.
Yes. I love this because when we played the Eagles last time, CeeDee Lamb played a big part in that, but also our tight end. So, and I think we're gonna have to lean a lot on our pass offense this game. Just being honest, I don't think that our run defense. We're not getting into that. Sorry, our not run defense, but our run game is gonna play much of a part in this game. So, I love it because it's just giving Dak more options.
Yes.
Better options.
Yes. That's
so
why I love it.
If we succeeded in that portion we played them last time, what are we going to do now?
Right. And so, and I've been saying this, man, and I mean this, and I don't think it's going to catch on this year. I think it's going to take maybe a couple of years to catch on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to keep saying it every year until we finally catch up to the facts. And these are the facts. Tight ends. No, I'm going to say it like this. Running backs have the reputation that tight ends should have. I'm going to say that one more time until people catch up to it. Running backs have the reputations that tight ends should have. This year is showing you, and I warned about this, that there's a spell on the entire nation. I'm serious. It's a spell. It's a spell on the entire nation when it comes down to the value of tight end. Every year they hype up these tight ends in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
They hardly ever pan out to what they was advertised to be. I'm gonna tell everybody this, and this is a fact. The last time a first round tight end made a year one instant impact was Jeremy Shockey. About 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was like,
So why in the hell do we keep hyping up tight ends in the first round? It happened again this year. The two top ranked tight ends ain't doing squat. And it happens every year. And then guess what's going to happen this offseason? This tight end, he's a no miss. And they say the same thing every year. He is too big for normal DBs and corners. And he's too athletic for linebackers. They say the same stuff every year, and it's always a lie. It's crazy. So that's why I say it's a spell. And once again, one of your third round tight ends or fourth round tight ends like Ferguson end up being one of the best in the league. So why do the best tight ends always end up being third and fourth rounders? Have you noticed that?
No, I didn't.
Kittle, third round. What's up, Kelsey? Kelsey, third round.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, she sure was.
Andrews, third round. Ferguson, fourth round. Literally, your best tight ends are almost always third and fourth rounders. So I don't see how they don't have the reputation that running backs have. Because what do they always say about running backs? You can get one of those guys in the third round. Come on now. You can get your running back in the third round. Nah. It's yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to get on my soapbox.
I like that correlation you made there.
It's the truth.
Okay.
I'm just giving the facts. Okay, I see you with that Chris Brown.
That was my stupid.
I see you with the Chris Brown. All right, y'all, man. let's take some calls. Candy, you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, or did you want to talk some about? Oh, that's right. We was gonna talk some about. We and you supposed to be talking some about. We supposed to be talking about. Your notes.
You want to take the calls first?
Let's take some calls first. Let's do the calls. Let's knock the calls out first. Then we'll go through. Preparing for Philly. We already know Philly. All us know Philly. So we got the phone lines open, y'all. Y'all go ahead and call on in, man. Y'all know what it is. It's that time where we get to hear from y'all. It's the best part of the show. Because honestly, know that this makes the show when we hear from y'all. So here we go.
Freestyle with Boss Candy.
Call in.
Hello?
All right, so we got the call lines open. There's 6 people in here already. I love it.
You're supposed to sound more excited about this. We have the call lines open.
You right.
Yeah, we can't wait to talk to y'all. There's some football.
Let me say it more excited. We have the call. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I got you.
So I just lock the phones because it's a lot of y'all in here. So we gonna take it from the top down, and I'm gonna take it on. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on real quick. All right, so here we go. All right, 908, you live.
Hey, you can hear me, boss?
Man, you sound fantastic. You sound better than me.
That's what's up, bro. It's been a while since I called in. But I was watching your video the other day.
What's your name, bro?
Trey.
Trey, gotcha. Oh, Trey.
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I called you a while ago.
Are you the Trey with the luxury homes? You the Trey with the luxury?
Nah.
Oh, that's another Trey. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of Treys that I be seeing in the chat and stuff. I'm Trey G. I be adding you on Twitter and stuff, sending you a bunch of stuff on Twitter all the time too.
Man, I appreciate it.
But
for real, teamwork.
Of course, facts. But you started talking about like this whole race stuff with the quarterbacks and bro, the Dak slander and the Dak hatred has come so far that last month I was like, yo, I know this ain't just like me thinking this or whatever, but bro, I literally typed in NFL black quarterback bias. And so many videos came up. I don't know if you ever watched LeBron's show that he has, The Shop. There's a so he does like a show where he basically sits around. He has like celebrities, athletes, everybody on the panel, and he did one with Lamar Jackson.
Ooh.
And they basically talking about it, like how they tried to make him convert
to a
running back or a wide receiver.
I said the same thing.
Mind you, he won the Heisman as a quarterback in college.
Let's talk about that. Okay, let's pause, Jake, just real quick. So this was the crazy part about the Lamar Jackson story. He won the Heisman as a junior, right?
Right.
He had better production as a senior. And he dropped. Explain that.
Right.
Explain that.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
It
don't make no sense. So hold on. You as a junior, you was the best player in all NCAA. As a senior, you was better, but then you drafted worse. Come on.
Yep.
And then number 2, he was in a pro style offense. He was the only quarterback in a pro style offense.
Yep.
So he had what you want in terms of a NFL ready quarterback, but he still was drafted 32. Ooh. Go ahead.
So in all of this research and all the videos I found, basically, it summed up that the NFL basically wants that position to look a certain way and to act a certain way And that's why they prop up the guys like the Herberts, the Josh Allen, because that's just what they want that position to look like. And then I'll end this point. There's another point I want to get to. I'll end this point when it comes to the race thing. Did you know that there is only one black quarterback in the NFL Hall of Fame?
I didn't know that. Who, Doug Williams?
Nope.
Doug Williams not? Who?
Nope.
Who the quarterback?
There's one. I believe it's Warren Moon.
Okay. It kind of makes sense,
Only one.
That might make sense because we began to integrate late.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, he got in. I think it was 2007. I think he got in.
Yeah.
It's that recent that the first one has been in there. There hasn't been one ever since.
Yeah.
So my next topic that I wanted to talk to you about is so along those lines, kind of, sort of, but like a lot of people are stuck in the fun. How you talking about Jalen Hurts and how people can't separate their fandom for their team with actual talent,
right?
And just what's around the league. So that's kind of happening right now with CJ Stroud. He's balling.
Yeah.
He's leading or in the top 3 to 5 in a lot of QB statistics.
Yeah.
And he leads the league in passing yards right now.
Do you remember what they were saying about him when he was coming out?
Purdy.
Do you remember what he was
saying?
Say
that again?
You remember what they were saying about him when he was coming out?
Yeah, that he tested poorly and
they was questioning his brain too.
Oh my! Yeah.
They was questioning.
And he literally
his brain.
said, "I'm not a test taker. I'm a football player."
Right. Yeah. So
here we go.
If you trying to tell me you don't see a pattern, see, because there's some people they go jump in this chat. Say, shooters. I need y'all to get to work. Y'all already see what it is.
Uh-oh.
Handle that.
Uh-oh.
Handle that. Hold on real quick. Shooters, y'all already know what I'm talking about.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
Handle that. So, you know, when we see the KKK come in here, man, handle that. KKK hate this type of conversation. But anyway, yeah, handle that. But what I was saying is it just is what it is, man. You know, we know that it's clear bias against black quarterbacks. Like, for instance, the normal logic that should have applied for Dak didn't apply. So let's talk about it.
Right.
Who was the Senior Bowl MVP? Was it Wentz or Dak?
It was Dak.
Mm-hmm. Did Wentz play in the Senior Bowl? Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
Okay. Is the Senior Bowl an evaluation game?
Absolutely is.
So if you the Senior Bowl MVP, shouldn't your stock go up?
Absolutely, it should.
Okay, why didn't it with Dak? Okay, let's keep talking about it. Was Wentz an MVP? Was Wentz a Heisman candidate or Dak?
Dak was. He was a finalist.
He was a finalist. Okay. Did Wentz ever lead his team with no draft players to number 1 in the country?
Definitely did not.
Does Wentz have a master's degree?
No.
Did Wentz play in the SEC?
No.
Who played in bigger games in college, Dak or Wentz?
Dak, easily.
Was Wentz injury prone and injured his senior year and then played number 3 games his senior year? True or false?
True.
So how in
I remember all of that.
So how in the world did Wentz get drafted over Dak? Because I thought
throughout his career, still get propped up.
I thought this is what I thought. I thought when you was a quarterback that graduated from a bigger school, played against tougher competition, was the Senior Bowl MVP, was a Heisman candidate, to me, that always meant you had first round talent.
Always.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Because I thought the normal logic was the guy that clearly had the mental, which was Dak, with the master's degree, the Senior Bowl MVP, the Heisman candidate, led his team to be number one, NCAA all-academic player. Oh, I forgot to add that. So
you spitting, bro.
So, I mean.
But thank you for the call, boss. I'm happy I finally got to catch you live. I'm a work from home person, so I really just have your videos on during the day. I never really get to catch you live, so I'm happy I caught you live and I got to call in again for a while.
Yeah, that's what it is. And see, and I'm gonna appreciate the call.
Bro.
Let me give y'all one more fact before we move to the next one. The next call. Y'all don't remember, but guess who else went through, Candy? Mahomes. People forgot. Oh, yeah. I remember. See, I do this draft stuff every year, so I remember what they was saying about Mahomes. You know what they was calling Mahomes?
What?
They was calling Mahomes a project player.
What?
Yeah. That's why he wasn't drafted number 1 overall. He was called a project player. Mitch Trubisky was drafted over Watson and Mahomes. Okay. So, this is the last thing I'm going to say on race. This is what happens to people. A lot of people be saying, I'm not racist. Come on. I'm not. Oh, man, I don't see color. You know, you probably not. Because in your mind, you think racism is when you use, like, blatant stuff like the N-word and stuff. Or you think because you got a couple of black friends, you're not racist. But I'm going to tell you what racism be sneaking in on us. Bias. The people with the biases. When you bias because of a person's skin color, whether they black or white, that's how that get us. When you just have a bias. See, when you have a racial bias, even being favorable to certain people because of color, it produces racist results. Even if you're not racist, it's the same result. So anyway, I'm sorry, man. I know, but I just want to be honest on that. Hopefully I didn't, go too long on that. 956, you live.
Hey, what's up, boss? This is Joe.
What's up, Joe?
So, yeah, I know we're supposed to be talking about Philly, but I want to go back to the Seattle game for a little bit.
Yeah, let's go.
I know that we were undisciplined in penalties, but Seattle had a lot of penalties too. Yeah. And if you look at it, we would always find ways to lose games like this. Yeah. And as opposed to Thursday, we actually won it. And I think a lot of it has to do, and nobody talks about this enough, but I think we won this game because our mojo is changing, because we finally put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I really do.
Hey,
it's too much of a coincidence.
You think so? You think I look better?
Yeah,
I ain't
bro.
mad at that. Hey, listen, I rock with that, big dog. I rock with it.
I'm not a superstitious guy, but it's gotta be something. It has to.
Man, what's your name, man?
My name's Joe.
Joe.
I called last week in the Seattle Cubs game.
Hold on,
it's like
I ain't mad at that, bro. I'm superstitious too.
Hey, boss. And look, another thing. ever since the Carolina game, when Jerry announced that Jimmy was going in, we've been undefeated.
Oh!
We haven't lost.
The curse is gone. All right, bro. Okay, cool.
The curse is gone.
Hey, I'm greedy, man. I still think we got to do a couple of more things to fully solidify ourselves against curses. I think we need to treat our free agents right. I think we got one more little thing.
Yeah, but it's a step in the right direction.
It is. Joe like, nah, you ain't gonna piss in my yogurt. Joe like, nah.
No. And you're right, boss, but it's like...
But, hey, it is a step in the right direction, though, bro.
It's finally changing.
No, you're right.
I think our culture is quietly changing.
Wait. I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because, let me ask you, Joe, you got a lady?
Nah.
Okay, you had a lady.
Not yet.
You had a lady before, right?
Nah, I've been single like all my life.
Let me try to think of another example there. I would just put it like this. To me, people sincerely change when you don't gotta make them change.
Yeah.
So Jerry was forced to do that. Like he said, the reason why he did it because he saw the backlash. So it was, it's still a step in the right direction. I take it. But Joe, man, I appreciate the phone call, Joe. You was wonderful, bro. I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, man.
I got you locked in.
Say this real quick.
Go ahead.
Can I just say one thing real quick, boss?
Yeah.
Before I hang up.
Yeah.
I'm usually a really shy person doing these calls, but after watching you and the new media, it really gave me inspiration to call in. That's because cool. Now, with all these changes that are going on, I know my voice matters now.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
And I really just have a couple of weeks on Twitter, but I said, you know what? I've been a fan. I've been following this all this time, but I think I finally have to make my voice matter because I love this team way too much to stay quiet.
Man, y'all clap it up for old Joe. Joe got the spirit. Oh man,
I love this team way too much to be quiet, and I'm not just a fan anymore, but because of you guys, I'm a smarter fan.
There you go. There it is.
I'm a smarter fan.
Your voice matter, Joe, man. Let's get it, big dog. Y'all clap it up for Joe, man. That was Joe.
Thank you. Thank you, boss. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I'll try to call in more often.
All right, I got you too. So that was Joe. What
was
you say about that, Candy?
I love that. That was so sweet.
Nah, that was a fantastic call, really, man. Like a fan realizing that his voice mattered and also being like, I'm gonna do something about it. Like I'm gonna call and I'm gonna give my thoughts.
To call in
and you know, and it just, you know, like he say, man, landlord told me this before, man, and I never really thought about it. He was like, man, we more than just content creators. He says to some people, man, we inspire them. I never thought of it like that, you know, because I just like, you know me, I just like talking about ideas on how to win, you know, but he like, nah, man, you bigger than that, boss. That's what landlord told me. He was like, nah, it's people that we help them sometimes get through life, man. I was like, damn, you right. You know what I mean? Like, people be feeling bad, man, and we get them through. I never think of it like that, but landlord gave me that, man. I needed that, man, and shout out to landlord. We doing the show tomorrow. We got 3 more calls. You good?
3?
3. Yeah. Oh, she played. Okay, because I was gonna respect it. I gotta respect the co-host. One-handed bandit. You live.
Yo, what's up, boss? Man, I wanted to come on here and talk about when you were talking about the dark side last stream.
Yeah.
And how the defense doesn't have that dark side player.
Yeah.
And in my opinion,
hold on. They do have some. They don't have enough. They have some.
I in my opinion, I think we lost him. I think Trayvon was one of our dark side players.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree.
You look last year.
Yeah,
last year, that first Eagles game, getting in AJ Brown's face, throwing his helmet, pissed off. We miss him. We miss his energy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to his offense,
that's real. Yes, one hand.
We miss his energy a lot, man.
Facts.
But when it comes to this offense, I don't know if you watched the full mic'd up of this week through the game. Dak was mic'd up. And it came out like a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Dak was mic'd up the whole game, and when he had, that run he had when he had that run and he hit one of the players and went out of bounds, and then he flexed.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm a big body. I'm a big body." Like, he's got that energy, bro. He's got that confidence that I haven't seen.
That dark
I don't
side.
know, probably his career. Cause, I don't know. He's always had confidence, but I think his confidence this year is just on another level.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Especially with Jake Ferguson. Like, you see him on the sideline after the Jake Ferguson touchdown, like, pushing Ferguson, getting so hyped. Like, I absolutely love it. And I really think Micah needs to step up and embrace that dark side, man. He's too nice. And I think part of it, at least when it comes to going against Philly, is, I don't know, like, maybe some of the since he is from Philly, some of those, like, connections, you know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't want to embrace it against our rival.
I'm going to tell you what's also going on. I'm going to keep it real with you, man. You know what's also going on with people like Micah Parsons? Because I see what they go through in the offseason. What's happening with a lot of these guys, man, is they work out together in the offseason.
Yeah, too nice, bro.
Yeah,
like, cool. You want to work out? You got, like you said a while back about, I forgot who the basketball player was. Like, they hang out in the off season, but when one of them was trying to talk to him, he punched him in the face.
That was Michael
Who was that again?
That was Magic Johnson versus Isaiah Thomas. Magic Johnson elbowed him in the face.
So my thing on it is, if you want to work out in the off season, cool. When it comes season time, you are a villain. You are not friends. You are not anything.
Right.
Like, am I saying Micah should punch freaking Hurts in the face or someone in the face? No, but you got to bring that energy. Like, we aren't friends out here, bro. We're here to win.
We're enemies. We it's worse. It's like, no, I don't like you. Like, for instance, bro, like, I could show the highlight right now. Going against Philly, right? The last time we was
helping up
Philly.
Players.
Yep. And he helped up D. Smith after D. Smith left Bland hanging.
And some of it is on Philly's side too. You know what I mean? Like,
Lord
like
Bronson talked
when,
about it.
When Slay, on his Slay's broadcast after they were trying to hurdle him, he's like worried about him, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are villains out there. Y'all are opponents. You're not supposed to be nice to each other. Be nice in the off season.
Be nice in the
off
season.
Other than that, don't be nice.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. It takes away your edge. And I'm going to say this too, bro. And I meant this when I said it. I said this today, man. I don't believe that this new friendly stuff is going to translate into greatness. I don't. I don't believe Micah Parsons. I do believe he's fantastic. I believe he's great. I believe he's amazing. But I don't believe that he's so special that he can literally break the mold of all the greats before him. Tom Brady played with hate.
He's too commercially.
No, hear me out. Tom Brady played with hate. Michael Jordan played with hate. Kobe Bryant played with hate. Like, all his idols, all the people he looked up to and said he looked up to, all had that same trait. They did not like their opponents. So when Tom Brady...
Yeah, we already saw.
Yeah, Tom Brady would just walk off after losses and not shake nobody's hand. And everybody would be like, oh, Tom Brady, he's not a sport. Yeah, because he don't want to be. He hate losing, and he hate the opponents.
You want to know something you can notice? Look at Dak. Is he trading jerseys after games?
Nope.
No. The best he'll do is just give him a handshake and say, good luck this season, or stay healthy.
I sent it to you in the mail. I sent it to you in the mail. I'm not...
Exactly.
And see, I'm gonna tell you, man,
when that thing happened with Micah, and San Fran, pissed me off.
Man, that pissed me
off too. I'm still
too.
pissed about it. I don't care if it was 2 months ago, 3 months. I don't care. You better not do that next game. If they do beat us in the playoffs, you better not. You better walk. You better walk through that tunnel pissed off.
Yeah,
you should be pissed off during the game. You shouldn't lose.
Because I'm gonna be honest.
With what Kittle did.
If you gonna make your avatar a lion, you can't be friendly. You can't.
Nope.
Because if you saying you a
can't.
lion, what lion looks at anybody as a friend? They only see you as food. That's it.
The only people the lion likes is who's in their pride and who's in their circle.
And you better watch your pride.
Everyone else,
a lion would fight the pride.
You are enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lion fights the
You are
own
the
pride
enemy
too.
if you're not in our. If you're not in our family circle, if you're not in my pride,
you got
are
no
nothing
chance
to me. You are an enemy.
You are the enemy.
Like that's what Micah needs to do. If you want to be a lion, you gotta act like a lion, bro.
For real, you gotta. It's
Like,
all about.
How you gonna say you're a lion but don't understand the tendencies of a lion?
Yeah, you can't be no lion and you hipping up D. Smith. You not. You just not a lion.
That's not a lion mentality. Not at all.
That's
and
not a
it's sad
lion.
the offense is showing way more confidence in that Air Force energy more than the defense. It's sad. All I can hope is the defense steps up and Dak can bring more of this confidence to make them want to go. Like, look, so listen to this. You realize when Dak said go win the fucking game, Micah in his interview was like, "Whoa, I didn't expect that. Whoa, like you should expect that. You should expect your teammates to go hard for you. Like you should expect your teammates to do that. Why would you be surprised? Like, where's that energy from you, Micah?
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Why would you be surprised?
I'm waiting on that energy from the defense. Now, I believe Tank got it. I think Donovan Wilson has it.
Oh,
you know who
Tank.
else I think got it? I think Thomas got it.
Who?
I think One-Yay Thomas got it. One-Yay.
Oh yeah, he needs more snaps, man.
Yeah, he needs
He
more
definitely
snaps.
does.
I think Fowler got
His
it.
hitting is Donovan Wilson type of hitting.
Yep.
When he was not struggling this year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Wanye needs more snaps. Take him out for Curse or something. I don't know. Sub him in at least. If you're not going to start him, stuff him in more.
Yeah.
You know, same with Evans. I think Evans can bring that energy as well.
Yeah.
With,
but let me
with him
take
being
these
a
other
thumper.
calls, man. Let me take some more calls. One-handed, man.
Thanks-
As always,
thanks for
man,
having
you
me,
killed
man.
it. Always, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hold
Yep.
on real quick. Let me see.
I disagree.
Go ahead. No, okay, go ahead on. Talk to me. You disagree? Go for it.
I disagree. I kind of didn't like. I slightly understood what he meant to say, but I didn't really like the tone. At the end of the day, players are humans. We can't tell them what to do, how to act, and you can't tell someone how to approach their gameplay or approach how to come off to other people. That's just who they are. And I'm big on not controlling people and letting them be and do how they want to do.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons, yes, he's friendly. But does that come across in his gameplay? No. And there's nothing wrong with being
It
friendly.
does.
Friendly.
It
But-
does come across in this game.
No, it does not.
Okay. You want me to show you the film? I can show you the film where friendliness cost us. I can show you.
I'm saying when he goes up to somebody, he's like, I don't think that he's like, oh, we're friends, so I'm not going to hit you. Oh, this quarterback is my friend, so I'm not going to
I'm not
go.
saying that.
No, I'm not saying you're saying that, but this was for the caller. He's calling Micah too friendly, and he's not showing lion. I'm not going to discredit a player because they're being nice.
I understand what you're saying. Let me say it like this so that people can understand where we're coming from.
No,
I'm sorry,
I
I
understand
cut you
what you're saying. The whole aspect.
No, I want to add a little bit to it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I get what you're saying when you say, because when I'm talking about this in terms of Micah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and I've always said this, being loyal is telling people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. So, and I understand your style. Like, you wouldn't want to go tell Micah that. I would.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's
because you were saying you don't want to try to change people, and I would. if I ever talk to Micah,
but that is
I would tell him this to his face. Like I would say, Micah.
I know, I'm saying, but that is how y'all want to approach the situation. That's how you feel it should be approached, which is fine. But he's been playing for how many years? Apparently, he knows this. I'm sure he's heard it. That is just not who he is. But also, I just didn't like the tone of, no, you need to do this or you have to do this. No, he doesn't. In my opinion, it does not affect how he can play the game.
I think it greatly affects how he plays the game. That's why, in my opinion, Candy, and listen, everybody got to understand, people not going to always agree. That's okay. And I'm glad we disagree on this. We just doing it in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's.
I mean, you giving me the whole breakdown on it.
Yeah, because the reason why I say it is because all the greats have it. Like, you can't name anybody that's a GOAT.
Are there greats that don't? Are there greats that?
You would have to tell me because I don't know any. I don't know any GOATs.
But that's probably
like, and I'm talking about GOATs. And the only reason I'm saying this
is the most popular.
Huh?
I said that's probably because you're looking and you lean more towards the antagonists. The antagonists are always the most popular.
Well, you would need to give me some examples because I don't know. Because
okay,
everybody that's considered GOAT, that I like, for instance, the GOAT defensive player right now is Lawrence Taylor. Right? He would be considered a GOAT. Play with hate.
And I get that.
I can maybe think of one. I can maybe think of one. I can think of one. I think of one that fit what you're saying. Reggie White. Reggie White was great, but to me, he didn't play with hate. That might be the only dude you can probably say was the GOAT at his position that didn't play with hate. But everybody else played with hate. You know what I mean? So I'm being fair. I'm being fair. You see what I'm saying?
See what you're saying. When it's time to step foot on the field, I completely understand that. Not being friendly, but I just personally don't believe in saying you can't do this before the game. And after the game, you can't swap jerseys with a player.
Nah, I think that's bad.
Tell me what I know your stance on that. But to me, I'm just speaking from my standpoint. If I'm a football player, NFL player, and I'm a fan of the game, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna miss out on these life experiences and these moments because I had this facade of where I have to be pissed off after a game. I have to feel this way. I can internally feel that way and still see, Tom Brady, I'm a big fan of Tom Brady. I'm gonna get his jersey after the game, opposed to him mailing it to me. I'm just not gonna miss out on those. At the end of the day, it is a game, and I'm getting paid for it. I'm playing it, and I'm not gonna miss out on it.
Yeah, and I think that type of thought is only thinking about when you thinking like that. You thinking about you. So like, and if you thinking about you right. If you thinking about just you and your experiences, you're right. But if you thinking about the team, you're not. So like I said this. No, hear me out. I want you to hear me out. No, I really want you to hear me out on this. So, and this is what I said about Micah Parsons swapping jerseys, okay? Let's say half the team didn't care, right? Then he did nothing wrong. But what if it offended half the team? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be honest. Based on how I came up in football, I wouldn't have liked it. I wouldn't have liked I'm just being honest. I wouldn't have liked that. Hold on real quick. Let me finish. The leader of my team went over to the opponent that just spanked the hell out of us, right? And went over there and was like, hey, man, I want to get your jersey. It will bother me.
I understand. I can understand why that would
make sense. And if he thinking about just himself, he not thinking about me. And I want my teammate having the understanding like it's not wise for me to swap jerseys right now because it could affect the morale of some of my guys.
So let me ask this. Why is that a thing then? I understand completely what you're saying. And I agree in some instances, because there might have been games when I play where I feel like I'm not in the mood. I don't want any dealings with that team. Like, forget that.
Yeah.
I completely understand that. But why is this even a thing that they can swap jerseys? Because there are some
you
players,
can swap jerseys. It's just like, for instance,
it's a bad look.
It's a bad look.
Like,
so, and let me tell you, you know the worst part? This is the worst part. The game after that, San Francisco lost. And guess what they tried to do? Somebody went up to him and said, hey, can I swap a jersey with you? Guess what you think CMC said? It's documented. I can pull it. You know what he said? No. I'll send it to you in the mail. I'm not gonna after this loss, I'm not gonna be seen swapping jerseys with nobody. That's what CMC said. Because he was concerned about the image in front of his guys. He wasn't just thinking about the moment and his wow.
Sense, I can understand that. But my teammates would have to come and tell me, hey, I think that's disrespectful. Yeah. And then I respect my teammates. So then I may take it into consideration. I'm just speaking in the sense of personal experience. Yeah. Like, if this was my personal experience, I'm not going to want to miss out on these
and I understand
moments because I'm supposed to be mad.
And I do understand not wanting to miss out on your personal experience, but sometimes you got to miss out on your personal experience for what's best for the team. And that's the sacrifice of being a leader.
Let me tell you, if it's me and I'm playing for another team and I admire Dak Prescott, I'm going to ask him for a jersey swap. That's just what it is.
It depends. Like, if you beat Dak and get his jersey, I ain't got no problem with it. But if Dak just beat the snot out of us, and this is a rival game, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna have to lose that memory. I would say this. I would say, hey man, put it in the mail, bro. But I'm not go. Okay, let me ask you a question. How do you feel? How do you think certain players felt with Micah Parsons after that loss, walking in with that jersey? How do you think they felt? Just some of them, not all of them, some of them. Do you think some of them felt like, what you doing, bro?
They could have been upset. I'm not saying everybody's happy-go-lucky about it. But, for example, CD and DK Metcalf swapped jerseys at the end of the game. DK Metcalf didn't look excited about it, but he did it. So, I understand that there's some people that don't want to do it and still do it, or just don't choose not to. I just, referencing back to the call,
it rubbed you wrong. Because, see, I know you like freedom. We talked about this. You like freedom.
It's not even just that. No, it's not even just that. What triggers me is that people, especially people outside of football that don't play or haven't played or...
I see what you're saying. No, listen, because see...
Wait, putting these men into a box, telling them they can't do this. It just, I don't know. It triggers me. It reminds me of just shut up and play ball.
It does, but
that's why I know. So much. When you get
I can see where the vibe
don't do this. And you can't do this. Like, you don't know. Are you playing? Are you in their position? Don't come on and say they can't do this.
I say this, and I said this earlier today, and this is a very good discussion. I love this discussion. I'm definitely not privileged to play in the arenas of Micah Parsons.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking about me because it's important. I just want to say this. I never played in Rome, if that makes sense. I never played in the Coliseum of Rome, right? What I mean by that is, but I definitely know what it is to be a gladiator. You know, so like if y'all remember the movie Gladiator, before you could be promoted to Rome, you had to first be a gladiator in the chitlin market. You know what I'm talking about? You had to be in the chitlin market. But once you've been in the chitlin market, you know what it is. You know the culture of a gladiator. And you see what I'm saying? It's like, no, I have not played in the NFL. Me. but I've been a gladiator on a D1 level, right? And I was telling my friend today, I popped my own shoulder in place. Okay? When I was playing, yes, I was playing against a rival team and I popped my own shoulder in place. It popped out. My shoulder popped out. I was cut. A receiver cut me. I fell on my shoulder. My shoulder came out. My socket. I grabbed my arm and I popped it in. Pow. Right? Now, the reason why I did that is because when I hit the ground, I heard the sideline and they was, yeah, we injured him. And I was like, nah, I can't, I gotta get up. I don't care if I gotta pop my own bone in, and I pop my bone in. Bow! Right? Another reason I popped my bone in is because that same game, my boys was playing with all day heart. You hear me? Like the leaders of my defense was letting it hang. You know what I mean? My partner, Donna McCowan, the refs was having to pull him out the enemy's pile because he was that passionate. Man, F them, man, he was just going crazy. And I saw how he loved hating them. You know what I mean? And it made me like, bro, if I got to break my bone for my boys, I'm going to do it today. You know what I'm saying? And then my other friend, this is just a true story, he was
Bring it home for us.
I'm going to bring it home. The star player, but I'm keeping it 100. The star player of that team for Kimber was named Tyson, right? He had a girlfriend. His girlfriend was cheating on him with my friend who was the safety. He never knew that my buddy, the safety, was messing with his girl. Guess when he told him? In the game. Because he wanted to draw a flag. That's when he let it. He was laying on him, and that's when he told him. My boy, main thing was laying on him, and he said, bro, I'm smashing your girl. I know exactly where she stay. Now I'm sitting there looking at main thing do this, right? He like, I'm smashing your girl. Her name is, you know what I mean? Her house is, because he hit him and he was trying to get in his head. But. So but I said all that to say this. These was my guys. That's what made me want to break my bones for them. Because it's like, hold on. And that's what I mean with Micah Parsons. When you out there playing with a bunch of rage and a bunch of hate, the guys around you rally. They pick up on that. When my guys was out there letting it go, I was like, bro, I'm going to die here for this today, bro. And I felt that. I was like, bro, I'm going to die today. That's how I felt like, bro, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win today. It was because of the sacrifice of my leaders, though. That's why I believe some people call out Micah when he helping up D. Smith. And why you helping up D. Smith when he ain't even wanting to be helped up? Bland tried to help him up, and D. Smith didn't even want it. And see, let me tell you why I know it's a problem. See, Micah Parsons said, oh, remember with Debo when they came in and slapped us? He said, oh, it's personal. It's personal. He said, hold on. It was already personal. Wait. How Debo go tell you? Wait. Oh, you friendly. It was always personal to me. Now, man, offense ain't supposed to talk to defense like that. I'm just being honest. No, it ain't supposed to happen. That's why you got to stop being friendly. That's why I want you to be more like Dak. I want you like Dak.
That wasn't my point.
Okay.
My point was stop putting people in this box and saying what they have to and have to.
No, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to put him in that box. So because I love Micah Parsons, I want him to get what he want. He want to be the GOAT. So what I would tell him, whether I'm wrong or right, I might be wrong on this, but this is what I would tell him if I ever met him. I would say, Micah, bro, you obviously one of the most talented men I've ever met in my life in terms of athleticism, work ethic. You have a walk-on mentality as an all-star player. I would tell him. But at the same time, bro, I think it's another level in you. I think the way to hit that level. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you where I think it cost us. So like at the end of the game with Philly, remember AJ ran into Swift. You remember that play? AJ ran into Swift and the ball fell out and it hit Swift right on his knees, right? Micah Parsons, instead of diving right on the ball, he dived, but he dove to the side to try to protect his legs. And that's where he lost the ball. He didn't have the anger instincts to go right at the ball. See, because you got to be mean to do that.
You just said he was trying to protect his legs.
Yeah, and which you ain't supposed to do. Like, it's supposed to be, honestly, screw your legs. Like, for real. No. With an active ball, I'm not trying to protect your legs. I'm trying to get the ball. If your leg's in the way, it shouldn't have been in the way. I'm getting the ball. That's the game. The game is a violent game. I got to get a reality of the game. If your leg's in the way of that ball, well, your legs are finna get toe up. That's just it. Your legs is in the way of the ball. That ball is the key to me winning this game. I'm getting the ball. Sorry. If your legs get messed up because I'm diving at the ball, well, move your legs because I'm coming for the ball. But you got to be like that if you ain't friendly. If you over here like, well, let me protect his legs, that ain't the game. That's like, nah, man.
That's like knowing somebody has a cut in their chest and you purposely punch it.
No, it's not like that.
I'm gonna choose to end.
No, what it's saying is,
I'm gonna choose to if he fell on that guy's legs, which we have seen, and people have season-ending injuries, then I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think it's something very wrong with that because see, when the ball is active,
if it could end this guy's season,
when the ball is live, it's violent. It's no other way to say it. When it's a live ball, it's violent. It's no other way to say it. When that ball is on the ground, everybody diving at it like a missile. That is the game. And you can't be over here thinking, I can't be no missile right now. No, I need to be a missile right now. Because I need to be a missile for my team. If your legs is in the way, either you go move out the way or I'm coming for your legs. That's what it is. That's how I see the game though, man. You know what I mean? And that's how I played the game. If you know, Mike showed compassion. I don't think he should have showed compassion. I think he should have had the gut instinct to do the warrior thing, and that's to have no mercy. It was a time of no mercy.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that because of my own experiences too. I have absolutely played against friends in softball and basketball, and during the game, it was just automatic amount of anger or I don't say hate, but like aggression turned on. And after the game, I was able to turn it off. After the game, I'm gonna go over and speak to my friend.
And I'm not saying try to hurt Swift. I'm not saying. Let me give you a perfect example.
I know you're not saying that, but I'm just saying.
Because I hurt a player before.
I hear what you're saying about.
I broke a player ACL.
I don't think that he's playing softer. I just don't, and I don't know what you're talking about. But I've also
I can show you the film
plays. But I've seen plays where he's absolutely zoned in and playing his hardest when people have given up, or when he's gone to the sideline with an obvious injury, but he wants to go back in the game and go back.
So let me tell you what we're talking about. We talking about the difference between 95% and 100%. You feel me? So this is not saying Micah's not a great player. He's a great player. What I'm saying is I'm trying to get my 5%. I'm trying to get my 5% out of you, bro. I need 100%. 95 not good enough. I need 100%.
I just can't say that he's not playing 100%. I'm not him. If he comes out and says that, then cool. But
I'm gonna tell you one play. This happened too. I'm gonna give you one more play. It was one time, man. I was sitting there playing cornerback, and we was playing a team in Dallas called Brian Adams. They had a super cold running back. I don't know why, but I just sensed that they was finna run the ball, and I was in the zone and I blitzed. I was not supposed to blitz. I just felt it. I just felt that they was finna run my way, and I blitzed, and I was not supposed to do that. And I got in the backfield so fast that as soon as they tried to hand it off, I was there. So I hit the running back right in his legs, broke his leg. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was not trying to hurt him. I was just trying to make a play. But what was happening was I was going for the ball so fast that he ended up getting injured. Was I trying to do it? No. But that kind of came with it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this game is violent. It's like, man.
To you, though. I understand that. But to you, it
hold
came
on, man.
with
Hold
it.
on, man. Hold on.
Some people have an automatic filter.
Hold on real quick. I got to kick out. Listen, hold on. We got to kick this dude out. Hold on real quick. Just kick him out just because of how he looked. Just look at him. Look at him. Kick him out. Look at this dude. Yeah, hey, you gone, bro. We ain't gonna see you no more. He gone. He gonna be gone in about 20 seconds. Trust me. See, cause you ain't gonna come in here with your 4-eye glasses looking ass.
That is not nice. I do not condone bullying, guys.
No, I'm definitely finna bully him because you ain't gonna call my war story a lie. And you over here looking like Steve Urkel. Oh, Steve Urkel looking ass ain't never played no football. Go come in here and call my true story about. Look at this old weirdo ass dude go call me talking about where I popped my bone in. These are real stories that I went through, and he go call me a lie, and I don't even know your 4-eyed ass. Man, if you don't get out of here, hold on real quick, man.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
He gone now. I ain't got to worry about him no more. You ain't gonna come in here trying to.
Wait. Can we have a moment for my eyebrows?
Yeah, sure, please.
Aren't they wonderful? But anyway, no, you can't say.
Yeah, he gone. Thank you, shooters.
Do you see the point that you just had? Saying you play football, so you can't say that. That's what I was saying. I know about the previous.
No, what I was saying is, because see, the difference is he called my true story a lie. This is one of my true war stories playing this game. And so I don't even know you, and you got the audacity to come in here and call me a lie. And this is something that actually happened to me. It's like, nobody gonna ever feel comfortable insulting Candy or me. I'm not gonna let y'all comfortable doing that. I'm gonna make an example out of you every time. So I just made an example out of him. So the next person that's watching that think you can come in here and play like that, you go get handled just like he did. That's all it is. No disrespect. But I'm sorry, Candy. Go ahead.
What year did? I'm reading chats over here.
Yeah, that was wild, bro. You don't disrespect nobody like that. Call somebody a lie. Like I ain't got no reason to lie on that, man. That's crazy.
Some of them are siding with you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Like, listen, I'm, that's just disrespectful. You don't do that. Like, you don't come in people chat and like, I'm talking about bones I broke for this game, and I'm not happy that I injured a guy. Like, that don't feel good to say that I injured a guy. You know what I'm saying? Look, see, I got real shooters. Look, they think I'm playing. Look at my shooters. My boss, I was just waiting for the word, boss. I told you, we got real shooters in here.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
We don't play, man. You go keep order in here, man. We got executives. See, the people that's in here, they disagree just like you disagree, and that's okay. But we always do it respectfully. Once you break that rule, you go get shot up in here. Is what it is.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
Everybody got to be respectful. It's just what it is.
We don't condone violence.
We don't condone that. Let's get back to these calls. You want to get back to the calls, Candy? We got a few more.
What? Can we just do one more? Because that was fun.
Let's do 2, but let's make them quick. Can we do 2 and make them quick? Because I know these people go be quick. You got to go? Because if you got to go, I'll take the calls. I'll just take the calls and let you go. And that's cool.
We didn't even get into football.
Let me just take these calls. They've been on hold a while.
Go ahead. They take long.
They've been on hold a while. Jessica, you lie.
Why'd you leave? Oh, yeah.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
What's up, Jessica? Aggressive. Be aggressive.
Hey, Candy.
Oh, she say, what's up?
Hey,
what's up? What's up? What's up? What's
I'm
up,
looking
Jessica?
for our boys on defense to come be aggressive.
Yeah.
It's about smash mouth football. It ain't no playing around with Philly. These boys, and I believe in our boys, and I know they come in to win. because they're not going to allow that mess to come up in the house. Because one thing y'all got to look at, they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Especially Micah Parsons, because they face masked him, they clotheslined him, and had him in a chokehold right in front of the ring. So come on, people. Quit thinking that these boys gonna come out there and play soft. Ain't nobody on this team. It's about being aggressive. But we ready? We ready for Philly. Dak is ready. The offense is ready. Yeah. So I'm looking for them to come out there and be aggressive for the whole 60 minutes of this football game. Just like me, I would sit back, I spied out the boys, boys taller than me. I went and I clipped them at their leg and I flipped them.
There you go.
Me, girl.
A girl flipped them.
Boys,
no mercy.
I was very aggressive. They was like, I don't want her on my team. I don't want her on my team. She big. She's a girl. Oh, okay. My cousin said, okay.
You flipped him,
my
Jessica.
Big cousin,
you flipped him.
Cousin Fred, black. He had on all black with a white shirt, and he was black. And baby, when I tell you I spotted him, and when I zeroed on them boys, I attacked, and I flipped them, every last one of them, and we won. So that's what I need defense to do. Go out there and attack and be aggressive in offense. And I need that O-line to protect Dak at all costs. I don't want to see Dak flipping over into the trying to get into the end zone, and he end up being flipped over because they trying to hurt the boy leg. Did y'all not see they one hit him high and the other hit him low? They was trying to break Dak's legs, but Dak is a big boy. Dak is like a linebacker. That quarterback got what it takes. So don't think our quarterback is weak. Then you see him go up there and flex. He let him know, I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
Man, appreciate it, Jessica, man. Appreciate it, man. That's a good call.
Later.
That man, Jessica goes so hard. Chris 214, man, you live. Chris.
My bad, no. Whatever. I was just yawning. It's my fault. What's up, Candy?
What you yawning for, boy?
Hey, man. It's kind of. Hey, bro. Listen. I've been up since 5 o'clock, bro.
I do it. You've been grinding, man stuff. That's what you got to do, bro. Hey, man. Nobody feels sorry for us. You a man, bro. You got to get up and get your ass to work.
Oh, don't start.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't mean it like that, Candy. I don't mean it like that. I'm just having fun with the homie.
Yeah. He's straight. But I just want to make this quick point. Yeah, man, we definitely need that mentality. And I would definitely say, hey, we see it against us all the time. A bad team come out there and play us to the heart. A bad team, they get that mentality. We see it all the time. A certain type of mentality is that could change a game, bro. That could change a game.
Yeah, I believe.
Dog, just like with them inches, what you were saying, 2 weeks ago when we had played the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, we getting all of them. Mm-hmm. We would have had them inches, you know what I'm saying? But
we would have had them inches.
Mentality wasn't there.
Yep, mentality.
Easy.
Easily. Yeah. You forget your legs.
Yeah.
I'm getting the ball.
But hey, that's all I had, man. I know you got callers.
Nah, that was it, man. You the last one, man. And appreciate it, Chris 214. As always, man, you keep it. Call every time and anytime you want to. All right?
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
Man, that's Chris 214 in the house. All right, Candy.
That was funny.
What?
They had your back. You won that battle this time.
What you mean, on the
aggression, the play aggressive?
Nah, man. Listen, I don't see it like that, Candy. We just had a difference of opinion. It's not about a winning. It's just,
Oh my gosh, boss, we're just having fun. Lighten up, crack a smile.
I know. You got me all uptight now.
Gosh, you are political. Loosen up.
Nah, I just,
Candy,
but I respect your
not like
opinion,
that,
man.
Candy.
Like, no, I just want to say I respect, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay to have a difference of opinion.
Opinion.
Yeah, and
he not
I
playing
definitely strongly believe what I'm saying. I'm not trying to also I also don't want to have the air that I'm always right. You know what I mean? I just want to kind of plead my case.
You have a valid point.
Okay.
You have a valid point. I'm not saying that I wasn't saying that it was invalid. I was just speaking with respect.
Yeah, but so just, it's just what it is, man. This is what I really see as one of our keys for our defense to take another step.
But don't get me wrong.
I said this and I meant this, man. I think Micah Parsons should have took CMC jersey, swapped it, took it right to the locker room and burned it in front of everybody. I'm serious. And I'm serious too. Like, I know that sounds dramatic, but I would have did that to rally my team. I would have been like, hey man, I want y'all to know, this supposed to go on my wall, but I would have lit it on fire. You know what I mean?
But no one else would ever send him a jersey again.
But that's why I said I would have took it into my locker room. You know what I mean?
But it would have got out.
Well, if it got out, that's even better. It's like, I wanted them to know that I'm with y'all more than I'm with them. You see what I'm saying? That would have been my message by burning the jersey. It would have been like, bro.
But this might just be my too nice side.
And it could be. It could be. And listen, I said this about Bland because I'm trying to be balanced in this as well.
Speaking of Bland.
Bland does not really need to be mean. He don't need a dark side. You know why? Because he consistent either way. You feel me? Like, he plays the same way, period. Like, he always just 110%. Players like that don't need to play angry. You know what I mean? But I just honestly feel like Micah Parsons would go to another level if he played with an attitude like, I don't like y'all. And see, and I'm gonna tell you, when I used to do that, I used to find reasons not to like you. I'm for real. Mm-hmm. Like, if you came over to me and you was like, hey man, good luck today, I would get upset. You know why? I would believe that you're trying to get me to get my guard down, and it will piss me off.
Well, I wouldn't do it before the game. Good luck.
But it's receivers that would do that. They would be like, good luck today. You know what I mean? Like, what? And I would automatically be like, why you wishing luck to me? I don't wish you luck. Like, and I would instantly have that energy. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Like, no, I don't wish you luck, bro. Why you talking to me? Like, and I would get pissed. I would be like, bro, what this dude over talking about good luck, bro? I don't wish you luck. I'm finna try to hurt you today, boy. And I would be dead serious. Like, but it was to get, but that's what got me going. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, and I used to hate everything about receivers. I used to hate receivers. I felt like receivers was divas. I used to feel like they always wanted to show off. I just created reasons not to like you. I just created it. Like, man, receivers are always trying to show off on us, man. I don't like them. I would just be like that. And remember, I brought 2 receivers on this show. And one of them had my birthday, and I didn't talk to him for 4 years. My boy Smoke. I brought Smoke on this show, and Smoke. I said, Smoke, when did me and you finally start talking to each other? He was like, after we graduated.
Well, since you mentioned that y'all have the same birthday, I'm not surprised that y'all didn't.
You funny. No, but he was committed to competition like that, and so was I. You know what I mean? And he, like you heard him say, I always wanted to beat Marcus. And I was like, I always wanted to beat you, bro.
I understand, but
I never talked to him. Not one time. Like, I never was like, hey man, you did good today. Not one time.
I get it. I get it.
And I'm talking about these were my teammates.
I get it.
So I lived this. I meant this.
Still.
It like, how dedicated am I to competition not to talk to a teammate for 4 years? This my teammate. Now, when he was playing against others, I would be like, man, get him, Smoke. You hear Smoke? Rock him, boy. But then after the game, I'm back not talking to you.
I don't know. I think it just depends. That's why I keep saying it depends on the player.
Yeah.
We played against friends, and I absolutely hit a home run against their team, and afterwards, like, hey girl, good seeing you. So it just depends. That didn't take any aggression out of my play or affect how hard I played personally. But for some people, they may need to play with a little hate in their heart. Just for me personally, I didn't need to.
Yeah.
Because I felt it. When I played, it was like, okay, we're not friends at this point. I don't have to sit here and mean mug you, but I'm gonna play my hardest. So I understand both sides.
Yeah.
But since you brought up Bland, can we talk about a little friendly comparison between Bland and Gallimore?
Yes. I'm interested in this. I'm very interested in this. Because I think you finna go where most people are afraid to go.
Well, you have gone there before about Gallimore a couple of times, saying that Gallimore should be matched.
You talking about Gilmore?
Sorry, Gilmore. I'm sorry. I have his name right, y'all.
Yeah, I know you do. I was just making sure you
I'm
weren't
not
actually
talking
talking
about
Gallimore. Yeah,
I'm
you're talking about
Gilmore.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Bland and Gilmore. You've talked about Gilmore before and putting him on the more seasoned players during this season.
Yeah.
And looking at the stats of Stephon Gilmore, you tell me if you agree with this or not.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Stephon Gilmore and Bland, I think that Gilmore is better against the bit and high skill players as far as defending the pass.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw it last game when they had to make that switch up after the first half. Bland was not playing terrible to me, despite what Twitter and everybody was saying. He was not playing bad. He was just straight up getting beat out.
Yep.
And that's just what it was. And that's why they had to make that switch in the second half. So I think that if we come out this game, and I personally think A.J. Brown needs to be covered by Gilmore, but I'll get your thoughts on what I said first.
I agree. I definitely agree. Because, see, I'm going to be honest. What I was saying last week was not popular. It was not popular. Because I was saying that DK, and we said it on this show, we said DK versus Bland is the matchup to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We said it before it happened.
Yeah.
And this was also why everybody was like, is it time for Bland to be a number one corner? And I was like, no. No! So, like, because I'm going to be honest, man, a lot of people get caught up in grades, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
They get caught up in, oh, look, Bland, look what PFF said. It's like, man, you got to honestly use your eyes. You have to.
They just had his number and
this wasn't the first time. The Chargers had his number too.
Yes.
The only thing that people don't talk about that.
It looked like they had our playbook. They just had.
He hit it.
They had it.
Whoever
down.
This is, he hit it. Gilly got better technique, and I'm telling you, it's true. I'm telling you, it's true. And I played the position. That's why I want. See, it's one thing about making big plays. Which Bland, I call him a home run hitter. He doesn't quit. That's the thing about him. He's not a quitter. It don't matter how hard the day is. He's going to give that next rep max effort. He's an effort guy. He's also an ex-receiver, so he has the right mentality in terms of attacking the football. He played receiver in high school. Just like Diggs, right? That's why he got that ball attacking instinct that happens when you play receiver for some time. But
right,
Gilly,
in that sense, I think he's better in that sense. better with the takeaways.
From attacking the ball, I say, yeah, he's better than Gilly. Yes. He attacks the ball better than Gilly. But the person, to me, that is more familiar with going against the top threat on the other side is Gilly.
Gilmore.
And that's what Dan Quinn did, and that's why we won the game versus Seattle.
And he's more consistent with it. He's more consistent with it. You look at him and Bland on paper. Gilmore solos, he can stand on his own. Yeah. Bland is more on the assist side.
Yeah, help him.
So, not saying that Bland isn't a good player. You have to play up to your player's strengths.
Yes. I agree.
Gilmore can stand on his own against these players, then that's who you put him on. You put him on the more skilled players. You put him on the seasoned vets. And Bland, you let him play up to his skill set. If he's good at snatching the ball away, then you know
put
you
him
can
on the number 2 and the number 3 threats.
Inexperienced players. Yes.
Because when did he get his interception? Going against the number 2 receiver. You see what I'm saying?
They made that switch up in the second half, which I feel like they should have made in the first half, but I also think Mike McCarthy likes to let things play out. He's not a quick decision maker. I'm going to pull you out or I'm going to make this swap real fast. He'll let it play out for a half and then switch it up.
And see, you know, I respect your opinion on this because most people not saying it.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is a outside the box thought. Most people saying the opposite of what we saying. Most people saying, no, we need to trust Bland and we need to put Bland. No, Bland is still
because they're thinking younger is better.
I think that's what they're thinking. I think you're right.
They're thinking younger is better.
I think you hit it dead on the head.
And they're thinking with Trevon Diggs, and Trevon Diggs is great at what he does. But like when Trevon Diggs came and he had, what was that, 7 interceptions? It may have been more.
11. You talking about his second year?
Yes.
11. He had 11.
Sorry, 11.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he's the great. Yes, he was great, but also he was able to just read. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, did he play receiver? Someone else
said
he did. Another player
he played
on the
receiver,
team, he
converted
played that
to corner.
position, so he's able to do that. That didn't mean that he was the best at that position. He just was able to play to his advantage in that sense.
I would also add to what you... I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. You were still talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, but people saw Trevon Diggs and they're thinking younger.
Yep. I think it's the same thing.
So I feel like they're doing the same thing with Bland.
I'm going to also say this too, just to add to your point, because this is a very good point you made. A lot of people don't talk about how elite of an athlete that Trevon Diggs is. See, that's the thing that people don't talk about. Because, see, they have a new science that they able to track these boys' game speeds because they be having these computer chips in their pads. People don't know this, but in 2021, guess who was clocked as the fastest player in the NFL in terms of game speed? It was Diggs. Over Tyreek Hill. Wow. So, like, a lot of us don't know this, but it's true. You can now measure game speed. See, game speed used to be something you could only observe. You can measure it now. You see what I'm saying? You can measure it. That's why how fast, when they say this player got up to 22 miles an hour, they're measuring that game speed.
Yeah.
So Diggs' athleticism is extremely underrated. So, like, for instance, I'm going to give everybody an example that everybody should know what I'm talking about. If you kept up with the draft, y'all remember Tank out of U of H? Yes. I ain't talking about the Tank I played with. I'm talking about Tank Dell. Tank Dell 40 time, if y'all remember, was but when you turned on the tape, what was you seeing at U of H? Running by people, running by people, running by people, running by people. But then he ran an NFL combine and it was but then he go play for the Texans. What is Tank Dell doing? What he was doing at U of H? Why? The game speed. So it's like, man, so to be honest, I know a lot of people ready to crown Bland over Diggs. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, hell no.
I'm just being honest.
That just
Not yet. Not yet. For real.
Oh, hell no.
No. Stop it. Stop the cap.
The excitement in the media.
Oh, please stop the cap. Stop it. Because I'm going to be honest. The dude.
Away from
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. What?
No, I'm saying, and not taking away from Bland's skill set, but
no.
It was very apparent last game what the game plan should be.
Candy be keeping it real. Hold on, let me hit a button for Candy. Oh, Candy, she keeping it so
real. Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Ooh, I wish this said she with the. Hold on, let me hit this button one more time for Candy, because everybody ain't saying this, Candy. Everybody's not saying this.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Talk, Candy, talk.
3 touchdowns allowed, 184 yards. Last game from Bland.
Yeah, I think Gilmore need to be on.
Gilmore, AJ.
Yeah, I agree. I'm impressed that you went there, Candy. Y'all clap it up for Candy. This take courage to go against the grain, y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up, man. I gotta give you props for this. What'd you say?
I was saying, but you brought that to my attention earlier in the season when you talked about Gilmore going up against
number ones. That's all he did last year.
And I'm like, he's shutting it down completely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And every time he's giving it his all, and it's just something about his play technique that.
Yeah. Yes. Cause see, that second half when they put Gilly on DK, it was different. DK was doing what he wanted in the first half. They put Gilly on him, and guess when the pass rush began to heat up. The pass rush, when they made that switch, that's what bought Micah Parsons and them time to get home. See, I said this year we was gonna break the sack record. Most people thought I was saying that because of the Micah Parsons now. Nah. I was saying that because of our secondary. That's why I said we was gonna break the second record. When we lost Diggs, that's when I gave up on us play. You know what I mean? Because with Diggs, oh my God, it would have been quarterbacks would have been. Oh my God. Cause look, and I did a video in the off season. I call it Pick Your Poison. That's what I named it. It was like, bro, quarterbacks was gonna be in trouble this year. Cause if you tried to go away from Diggs, you was gonna run right into Gilly. If you tried to go away from Gilly, you was gonna dead run into Bland. It was no way to get from balls, getting your ball taken. Everybody was gonna take your ball with that original 3. But when we lost Diggs, it almost gave an out to the quarterback. You know what I mean? So now the quarterback got an outlet that they didn't have before, which hurt the pressures and the sacks. You know what I'm saying? So, man, us missing Diggs is big. What you say?
I said because our secondary just would have been
perfect. Can you imagine right now what we would have been with Diggs? Oh, it hurt. That hurt to think about.
Shout out to Diggs also. I see him on Twitter every game day giving Bland his flowers. No jealousy, no just sitting back in silence. You know, he chimes in and
he show love.
Bland up as well. I love that because a lot of times, you know, it is competition. But a lot of times a player will sit back and be quiet because they don't, you know, want to see somebody else in their spotlight. True. He doesn't care about that. He's confident in his ability, but that also shows me he really wants his team to win. He's really happy.
Unselfish.
Man,
exactly. Candy, you killing it today, man. Y'all clap it up for Candy, goddamn. I didn't mean to curse. Clap it up for Candy, man. She killing it today, y'all.
Speaking of secondaries, though.
You still got some more? I thought you was done. Hold on real quick. Clap it up for her first, please. She deserves a hand clap. This is good stuff. See, because
now I'm getting shy.
Because I gotta say this too before you talk any more football.
Go ahead.
You so right. in terms of unselfishness,
Yeah.
the number one thing that said that he unselfish was his contract. He could have bent Jerry and them all the way over. He had the full right. Pause. Let me say that. But he could have bent them all the way over. And he didn't. He signed a super. Most people don't know how super team friendly his contract is. I looked at it. I was like, bro, what you doing? What? You the 7th highest paid corner? Why? He didn't want to deal with that haggling. He didn't want to deal with that back and forth and that Zeke who and all of that. He was like, man, just pay me a couple of millions, man, and let me go play football, bro. So when you, man, and I'm going to be honest, man, I probably would have battled Jerry now for mine. I'm like, man, I got you 11 interceptions. You got to pay me, dog. I got to be the number one paid corner, too. I got you 11 interceptions. 11 of them things. 11! Byron Jones never gave you one at corner.
But that shows that he's humble. And
that's what I mean. He unselfish.
There's room for growth.
He's super unselfish, man. And the way his brother be carrying on, I was expecting a war. I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting Diggs to be like, you gotta pay me. Cause see, if I was his big brother, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been like, boy, you better not sign that. Be like, man, what?
Because I feel like he knows he can get more later.
Oh, hell nah. Pay me now. Okay, let's say if I owe you some money, you want me to pay you later when I got the money to pay you now?
Me, what you owe me? No.
Right! Say it again, Ken. Say, pay me what you owe me. Say it again, because I heard
what you owe me.
Facts. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah.
From Blank better have my money.
And he over here giving these team-friendly deals, man.
But I don't like that, but now I do, because this happens a lot with the Cowboys. A player gets paid. Thank you, Ms. Lockhart. A player gets paid. They get injured. And then Cowboys fans go wild. We paid him all this money for nothing. He had a sorry season. And now he got paid and now he's not doing anything. I feel like he just would have heard that, especially right now. Oh, we paid him and look what we have. So I feel like,
that voice is
I
my
understand
money.
Special K. It's my money and I want it now. It's
man.
My money and I want it now.
So, hey, Special K ain't playing. And see, this is the sad part. You want to know the honest to God sad part? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all want me to lie, tell the truth. Katie, what you want me to do? You want me to lie, tell the truth. See, the problem is when you Trayvon Diggs and you sign a team-friendly deal, what you think the Cowboys going to try to do with Bland? See, that's why you got to hold. That's why you got to see, because see, now the Cowboys, they going to go at Bland like, Trayvon was team-friendly, why not you? So Diggs done messed up. He done messed it up for his boy.
Not really, though.
Yeah, he did. He messed it up.
To be proven.
That's how it works, Candy. That's the market.
Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah. I know you don't want to have that conversation. You got some more you want to cook?
I mean, because it happened. You know, there's nothing
it did happen, but see.
I feel like now he has a safety net. I'm just happy for him about that.
Who?
It's my money. I want it now.
Trayvon Diggs.
No, as far as in the media and with the Cowboys fans, because you know it. If he
we unappreciative. No, he don't got no safety net with us. Man, Cowboy fans, we flaky as hell.
You won't even.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jalen Smith. He signed a team-friendly contract, and you know what they did? They put Jalen Smith out there as this is what you're supposed to be. He is the epitome of what being a smart Cowboy is. He took a team-friendly discount so in the long term he could leverage the brand of the Dallas Cowboys. He's a smart guy. Y'all remember he was saying all of that? He even has some glasses called CEV, and they're gonna put all his CEVs in the Dallas Cowboys stores. Guess what they did? They kicked his shades right out. Get out with your shades, boy. And guess what? Guess what? The Dallas Cowboys wanted a worse player over him. They wanted LVE over him, even though Jalen Smith was better. So these team-friendly deals burn you more than they help you. What did we do when Amari Cooper was team-friendly? He took $6 million less to be a Cowboy. Did we show him appreciation?
Well, we could show our receivers some appreciation now.
I would avoid it too. I would avoid that.
We could show. No,
I'm just saying.
Never give our
I ain't
any
listen.
love with the show.
You know, I'm like, bro, you go ahead. You was team friendly, fine,
Right,
bro. But if we think that the Cowboy Nation go no or even care that his contract was team friendly, we not. And I'm gonna tell you else what's gonna likely happen to Diggs. Exactly what's happening to Steele. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what's
I said
going.
we were moving on to our wide receivers.
Oh, let me just make one more point real quick. I'm gonna just tell you what's gonna happen to Diggs, and then we move on to receivers. Can I make a point real quick? I'm gonna just tell the Cowboy fans. I'm gonna give y'all.
He's not going anywhere.
No. I just want y'all to hear me out. I'm gonna just make a point.
No.
And it's the same point with Steele. For those who really thinking Trayvon Diggs is gonna be exactly what he was, don't expect that. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I agree with that.
Give him at least 2 years to come back from that injury. Don't
I agree with that,
him.
but that is why I said, like, if you would have gotten paid and this happened, it would have been way worse from a media and fan standpoint.
I disagree, but we can go into receiver.
You're not gonna agree with me on
I
it?
don't agree at all.
You think it just would have been? You still think the bad is just gonna be bad?
Yeah, it's just gonna be bad because the fans already kind of envious of them being millionaires. It's a financial envy that comes with fans.
I hear what you
it really is a financial envy. That's why they say stuff like Dak the $40 million quarterback, like he don't deserve it, and they say stuff like I would have took that. Yeah, but you're not Dak, bro. You don't have $1 million arm, bro. You work at Walmart like me. You know, I ain't say nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, but it is something wrong with that. It's something wrong with you working, driving a bus, but thinking that, like, I would take millions. Of course you would, bro. You a bus driver, or even if you was a VP of a company, you still not worth millions like Dak on. So like our fans don't care about it. They don't care about fairness to these guys. They be like,
yeah. No, I agree. I've seen that.
Mm-hmm. That's how we are.
I've literally seen who cares, bro. You're getting paid such and such million.
Yeah, they be saying stuff like
but
the players are greedy.
Like about the dehumanizing, but anyway.
I'm with you on that. That's why I was patient as we talked about it, because I know your passion. I know you passionate about that. So I didn't fight you on that, because I know you really respect individuals being themselves. That's a core thing to you. I learned that about you. You know what I mean?
Because I feel, thank you. But just because I see how much players are attacked and brought down in the media,
and so how you try not
to
be
raise
that.
them to a certain level. Yes, I've always said whenever I started journalism or whatever coming on YouTube, I didn't ever want to be the person that's going to bring a player down. And I know a lot of times y'all think I'm being nice. Like, even when I speak about LB, I'll say he may be a better player for another team. Now I'm gonna, put some facts behind it and everything, but I don't ever want to be the person building someone up and then tearing them down the next moment, because they do that a lot.
Yeah.
Build them all the way up. They're so great. They're so great. And one little mistake, and they falling from heaven, and they're the worst thing ever.
No, I mean, I love the fact that basically you watching your heart. You know what I mean? You trying to make sure that you're not the typical media person that's heartless. You still looking at them as a human.
But I just don't.
My boy say boss is savage. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even just that, because they are human, and you don't.
Yeah. I really try to look at it like
for example, and then I stop it. Okay. But for example, when last week when you played the clip of that man talking about Dak and Dak's girlfriend and Dak's unborn child, that was the prime example of the type of journalism I'd never want to be a part of.
Yes.
I'd never want to be sitting there personally attacking someone's character or their personal life. It's not supposed to be about that. Bring your facts and talk about that. Talk about football, but I don't ever want to bring someone down to a lower level just for the sake of it.
And see, Special K is right about me. He say boss is a savage. Yeah, I am. I own it. I am. And because.
But you would never speak like that man did last
No,
week.
never like that. But I'm a savage in this way. Let me explain how I am a savage, and I really am. I'm a savage. I would say I'm a savage similar to how, what's the quarterback for the not the quarterback, Bill Walsh. See, Bill Walsh was a savage. See, Bill Walsh would go to his best players and he would tell them, you got about 6 years left, but you're going to only play 4 for me. That's what kind of savage I am. Because I will put the team first over any player. And I would do it with no problem because that would be my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like that. I would intentionally not socialize with players because I would know I need to be all business when the day comes for me to cut you. Because every player that we celebrate and we crying for today, we will be getting rid of in about 3 to 4 years because that's the cycle of the NFL. So I would make it like, and I would do that because it's like, that's my job, you know? So, you know, I was like, for instance, nobody did a better job of breaking down the value of Jerron Kearse than me. I knew exactly what he was before he got here. I sold it. I was right on everything that I said. I said that we was gonna love him. We did. But right now, I would have to go with Wanye. As much as I like Kearse, and I like him personally, I like how he plays. But at the end of the day, man, I would be a savage. I would just be like, man, I gotta go with the other guy, and that's just what it is, you know. Cause see, I'm gonna say this last thing. I kind of look at myself like a general. When you are a general, you already know your job is to send men to die. That's your job. When you give an order, when people follow your orders, it's gonna be men that die. You gotta understand that. That's the job of a general. So when we say, hey man, we sending 50,000 troops over here, I'm already knowing I'm sending some of them men to their death. So when you got the mind of a general, you gotta stay focused on the mission and the big picture, because if you get too caught up in the everyday affairs and your heartstrings get too involved with the front line affairs, it's hard to stay focused on the mission. And I'm really wired like that. I'm serious. So I really work hard to divorce my emotions. I really work hard not to be in love with no players nor any ideas. Sadly, I already know the day coming. As much as I love Dak right now, it's going to be a day I'm going to have to say it's time to move on. And nobody want to see that day, but I know that day is coming. And I think I'm going to handle it well because I'm a general. I am.
I cannot be a general and still handle it well.
I think it's hard. I think you can't. I think you can't. I think that's why.
I'm just saying.
I think that's why Bill Walsh told. That's why Bill Walsh told Jerry don't get close to those players.
I'm not the person that's gonna come on and attack someone's character for that.
No, I don't never think you'll do that. But what I think what could happen to you, and I'm just keeping it real with you, if you was a type of journalist that built relationships with those players, it would be hard for you to say when they playing bad that they playing bad.
No.
That's also why I respect the hell out of Lord Brunson, man. I respect, like, I can
say when a player is playing bad. I've said it before.
But it would be hard. See, let me play this, and let me play this one more time, and I respect the hell out of this. Y'all listen to this, because this take nuts, y'all. Don't get this twisted. What Lord did take nuts. Listen.
I mean, I was disappointed with the Philadelphia Eagles during, the beating we took to the San Francisco 49ers. But I was more disappointed at my players who I back every day having more smoke for me on social media than they had for Deebo Samuel on the football field, man. This is Philadelphia, man. That just don't sit right with my spirit.
Wait.
It don't sit right with my spirit. We gotta look ourselves in the mirror. We gotta reevaluate. Because if you doing all this talking to me and Seth Joyner, you better be ready to play these red hot Cowboys and produce a win. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
And on another one, I ain't played. I love the fact he said, I don't care if I shot dice with you. Cause see, Lord Brunson done shot dice with these dudes, and I know what it is. You know what I mean? When you shoot dice, these your boys. But then you watch them play soft. Now it's like, what do I do? Do I keep it real, or do I start kind of placating because I got this relationship? You know what he chose? The team. That's a G. That's a G. Cause you already on the inside. You know what I mean? I could tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know some Dallas Cowboy content creators. I know some Dallas Cowboy content creators that's gonna suck up to these players just because they got a relationship with them.
Are you saying that's what I'm gonna do?
I didn't say you. Oh. I said I know content creators for the Dallas Cowboys that will suck up to these players just because they know them. And that's where Big Game James is right. I said, when these players jump in on Twitter, let's say if I make a video about Micah Parsons, like what I was just talking about, him being friendly, right? And then he say something on Twitter like, man, who are you? And man, I ain't friendly and all of this. Nah, it's okay. What you go do? You go stand on it, or you go say, "Oh, Micah Parsons just said something to me. Let me. I might be able to get an interview with him. So let me be nice." Fuck no, I ain't doing that. No.
If you said what you said, then you said what you said, and you stand on it.
Yeah, I will stand on it. I'll be like, I would say it respectfully. I'll be like, Mike, I appreciate you responding to my tweet, but no, I don't agree with you hipping up D. Smith. I don't, and I don't agree that you go some kind of way, just be the GOAT like these other dudes who play with anger. Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe that friendliness is gonna get you to GOAT level. I would just be what it is. I would say I think you need to play with more anger. If you play with more anger, I think you go play better. I would tell them straight up. And see, cause too many of us. And not you, obviously not you, but I just know how people are.
Lord,
not you, but I'm gonna say this: it's too many of us. We scared to speak our mind because we be wanting something in return. I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying it's too many people who scared to speak their mind.
You want people because people aren't as outspoken as you are, or say things how you say it does not.
I'm not talking about saying. I'm talking about playing.
Okay.
So, like, for instance,
that's just who he is.
So, I put it like this.
That's just who he is.
I get it.
Look,
I get it.
Tell that's just who he is.
Okay, let me give you a perfect example. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When I first started playing football, I'm talking about the very first time I put on pads. I was a good boy. I was a friendly boy. No, hear me out. I want you to really understand me. They broke the shit. I'm going to tell you, when I first put on football pads, I'm going to tell you what happened. We was running a drill, right? And, you know, they pointed at me like it was a hitting drill. And if they pointed at you, you had to go make contact with the guy who pointed at you. So I didn't know my strength, right? So they pointed at me and I ran them, boom, I laid them out. Because it was my first time hitting. And I just went in there with all I had and I laid this dude out. Boom, right? But because I was a good boy, you know what I said to him? I laid him out and I said, damn, man, my bad. Who, my head coach? Who? He said, what? Now, this was my first hit ever. So I'm not even knowing that you ain't supposed to do that. You know what I mean? And so I lay the dude out and I say, oh, man, damn, my bad. Hey, man, they messed with me for the whole season. They was calling me my bad. Hey, my bad. My bad. Because they was like, bro, nah, bro, you don't, nah, bro, nah. Yeah, you can be a good dude, but now with this game, all that go out the window. You know what I'm saying? They told me right, and they was right for getting on me. Like, man, this ain't the game for my bad. You did right. You laid him out. What you supposed to do was just go chill. And matter of fact, you supposed to stick your chest out. But I was a young football player. I didn't know. I did, I was a respectable young man. You know what I'm saying? I knocked this dude out and apologized. It's a true story. My first hit, I knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a real good athlete, but I didn't know my strength. I just, boom. They said, he pointed at me like, yeah, you. I was like, oh, me? Huh? Boom. My bad. Oh, man. No, man. No. I don't believe in it. And so my point is this. This is my point. My coach was right for getting on me. He was right for saying, nah, this ain't the game for that. You don't hit him and be like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? No, you did what you're supposed to do. In this game, you did right. You knocked him out. Now just move on. That's the same thing I say to Micah Parsons. When D. Smith, man, nah, listen. Bland tried to help up D. Smith. D. Smith was like, nah. Then Micah Parsons runs over there like, I'm going to help you up, D. Smith. Nah. See, what Micah Parsons should have did, I don't care what his Scorpio sign is. I don't care what his sign is. It should have been, hey, bro, he just left you hanging, man. F that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, little skinny ass. Like, bro, he should have been out there going off on him. Like, bro, say that's why you don't be friendly to them dudes, Bland. Because you know what my teammates would have did to me? I swear to God, if I would have tried to hip up somebody, oh, man. Oh, it would have been like,
but
what?
Players do that all the time.
I know they do. So,
especially
like,
Turpin does it all the time. Turpin does it right after the play. He'll hit somebody on the butt. Like, he does it all the time.
Yeah, this new era is friendly. It is. It's a friendly ass era. It is. It's friendly. Shit, Lord Brunson talked about it. The same thing we seen on the Cowboys, he seen from Philly. He said the same thing. He said, man, y'all need to be friends in the offseason. And that's what's happening. These dudes be working out together. So they be seeing each other. They be kind of grinning at each other like, hey, what's up, man? We was workout partners. Nah, bro.
They be
listen.
They go to each other's birthday parties.
Yeah, they do all of that.
Each other's Halloween parties.
Yeah. And then, and when that ball's sitting there in swift legs, you don't have the instinct to do what you got to do. It's what it is. So, like, you can go ahead and defend that. Fine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not defending it. To be clear, I'm not defending it. I'm saying that he is who he is. And I don't think that he's just...
I would try to change
it. And suddenly just...
And I believe that's who he is. I agree with you.
And I'm really more so with him talking about outside of the game.
Yeah, outside the game, I ain't got no problem with it.
At first, we showed the clip and we talked about him speaking on the podcast, and then the caller came in talking about the podcast. So I'm speaking on him changing his ways outside of the game.
Shooters.
I don't think that is gonna happen.
Shooters. Y'all already know what to do. See, I'm telling y'all ain't gonna never be safe with sneak dissing, bro. I'm just let y'all know that right now.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
Go on, get him. Boss, this ain't the 70s anymore like when you play. It's 2023. Yeah, shoot him.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
I told y'all we don't do that sneak dissing in here. You go watch your mouth. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, that's another person we got to make an example out of. Now, listen, see, because I know what that be. Some of y'all envious because you don't got a YouTube channel, so whenever you feel like I'm wrong, that's when you step up to try to sneak this. Go start your channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a little old hater, go start your channel, man. You know, over here sneak dissing. Then these be the weirdos. Look, this dude, his profile. See, why is all the weird profiles? Why is always the weird profiles that be hating? A cat? Wait. Your profile is a cat. See? Yeah. Man, shooters, y'all slow. Y'all got to get him, man. Y'all got to get him, man.
Don't give it attention. Take it down.
No, I am giving him attention because I'm making an example out of him. So the next person that think like him, they go think twice.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
Because if you ignore them types, they just keep going. They keep sneak dissing. Nah, I want him out. That's what I do. So shooters, y'all a little bit slow on that. Yeah, let's get him on out. Yeah, y'all was slow on that one. Y'all got to be quick on the draw.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
Did you have anything else, Candy? Or do I need to hit this button?
No,
did you have some more content?
Passed it.
You what?
No, we passed it. We were supposed to roll into it about an hour ago, but it's fine.
No, I mean, listen, I ain't in no hurry because I know you got a lot that you research.
No, you went back and, no, we're fine.
Gotcha. Hold on real quick.
You got some super chats?
I already took the super chats. I think I might have one more. Hold on real quick. Yeah, y'all give me 1 second. So y'all know what it is. Alright, so y'all already know what it is. When y'all get that vibe. Yeah, and Jessica say trolls do that, boss. Yeah, they do. Jessica, it's just that I never want to make this a safe place for trolls. You know what I mean? It's some people, they want subs so bad that they let people just muck up their chat. I don't want that type of channel. I don't want that channel to where people that's just coming to be obnoxious can feel safe. Nah, I ain't cool with that. Like, I am gonna make an example out of you. I'm just letting everybody know. Go ahead, Candy. What you saying?
At Choctaw's comment.
Let me see what my boy Choctaw said. I see it. Good job,
no,
man.
No, not that one. The one before that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. He said boss a legend in this football shit. He played at Houston. Yeah, man.
Respond to negativity with.
What you mean? What you mean?
Sometimes you have to shut people up like Dak does. Show them better than you can tell them.
Yeah, it's like I said, and I meant what I said earlier.
The people
you gotta,
who know.
Sometimes you gotta make people treat you right. You feel me? That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make y'all respect me. You know what I mean? You not gonna feel comfortable coming in here disrespecting Candy. You not gonna feel comfortable disrespecting me. It just ain't gonna happen. It's just, Candy worked too hard. I worked too hard. We put we put work into this. So all we ask is that y'all just be respectful. You don't even have to agree with us. Y'all saw that Candy and I agreed some and disagreed some, but it was always respectful.
disagreed with me a lot today, y'all.
I did. We did. But it was always respectful. I never belittled her opinion. I never tried to, on the Micah thing, we disagreed to the end, but I still respect the hell out of Candy. You know what I mean? She made some hella fire points. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So everybody, if you're an executive that's in the chat, you go act like it. That's what it is. If you in the chat, this ain't Facebook, this ain't Twitter where you get to say whatever you want. Nah, it's rules in here, man. And everybody go abide by it. That's just what it is. Because we want a good environment. So what's on your heart, Candy, before we get up out of here, man, and get and play this team?
I'm really excited about the game. I'm great about it. I think that we're going to come out. I always say this, but I think that
You starting to break up. I can't hear you.
Oh, how about now?
Much better.
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a close game, but of course, as I always say, but this time, I really, really, truly believe the Cowboys are going to come out victorious against the Eagles. I think our wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, is going to have a great game, another plus yard game, of course. I'm looking forward to seeing what our tight ends bring this game as well. Hopefully, we can get our run game going in the red zone. I know the last time we faced off against the Eagles, we had trouble on third down a couple of times, but hopefully that is fixed this game. I'm not too concerned about taking it out from them. We just have to tighten up our defense, please. Yeah, that's what I have. Go Cowboys.
And then I'll say, we are running up on a Philly team, in my opinion, that's bleeding out. And the Dallas Cowboys have been doing a great job this year of not playing down to their opponents. Because remember, we used to always complain about that, right? The Dallas Cowboys beat the teams they ain't supposed to beat and then lose to the teams they ain't. The last time we lost to a team we ain't supposed to lose to was Arizona. But for the most part, if it was expected for us to win, we have. So they reeling, man. And this is another good test for the Dallas Cowboys. Because I will say this, because, I was talking to Lord Brunson, man, and I'm just keeping it real. I said, Lord Brunson, I'm just be all the way honest, man. Are y'all being a little bit, too much on Philly? Because I'm going to give y'all an example of what happened to me. I was running track, Candy. Hear me out. I be having these stories. Just listen to I know I be having these stories. But
I know this. We're going to call this your glory episode.
Nah, but these stories are related to the Cowboys.
You're telling us about your good sports story. I didn't even know you were in track.
Yeah, I was a dog. So.
For real?
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt. I was a monster. I was on varsity for 3 years at a big high school.
Letterman jacket.
Oh yeah, I got all of that. But anyway.
Okay, sorry.
So, I was a junior, right? I ain't gonna never forget. We had a track meet on Saturday, right? And it was a Thursday, so we supposed to have a light practice. So this dude named Marcus Grant, who played for the Kansas City Chiefs, he was on our 88 team that won state. And he was mean mugging me, right? I got pissed. So I said, hey, you Marcus Grant? He said, yeah. I said, well, shit, man. I play corner, man. Let's get it in. Right? He said, well, come on, young bull. That dude screwed in his cleats. He had screw-in cleats. He screwed in his cleats. My goofy ass out there with no cleats, and I'm trying to defend an NFL receiver. Candy, he went 30 for 30 on me. He caught everything. I didn't stop him one time. But I was
there's a
fighting.
silver lining here.
I was fighting with everything that I had. But guess what happened? Remember, that's supposed to have been a light day. So what happened is me competing so hard against him, I overworked my legs. And the track meet was Saturday, right? So I thought, I'm young, I'm thinking, okay, put on some Ben Gay, you gonna be all right. By the time I got to that meet, my legs were still sore from competing against him. And I got smoked. I went home and cried. Because I didn't understand my body. I didn't understand that I just needed rest. You know what I mean? I cried. I'm like, man, what happened, man? I always run good. What happened today, man? What just, I'm crying. I'm mad, right? So my coaches, they was like, man, the way you ran today, we might have to take you off varsity. So we go do a runoff. But this what happened. I want y'all to hear me out. This what happened. My legs finally got rested the following week. So when we had that runoff, guess what happened?
What?
I was way faster because of that period of putting too much on my legs. What does that got to do with Philly? Philly just got out of the hardest gauntlet out of any team. They had to play Buffalo, Kansas City, right? They just played San Fran. Now they finna play us in a short period of time. We got a 10 days rest. They still coming off that hard game with San Fran after a gauntlet. We really should blow them out. But I would say this, man, if they legs are rested, they still dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and if we whoop them, I mean this too. If we whoop them, don't get big headed. Don't get big headed, cause see, remember, they overwork their legs during this period. You might see them later fresh, and they gonna be totally different. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I just know that they bleeding out right now. And while they bleeding out, this gonna be a test. Can you submit a team? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Can you submit a wounded team? And I'm also say this, wounded teams are scary. When teams are wounded, they fight hard. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be interested in see what happened with this, but I think we should submit them. That's my unsaid thoughts. So anyway, it's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports.
And Candy.
And we here to give you that boss candy for your Dallas Cowboys sweet tooth.